Yeah, looks like they back for a fifth season, man.
Who that?
Sports Roundtable.
Who?
SRT Crew.
Whoa.
SRT. They got that realness flowing in they DNA. Damn you lame if you ain't tuned to SRT today. HO got that payload when he say so. What you betting on? Don't get mad at me on fantasy. Break up Kyrie LeBron. I be smooth as sports superhero Hancock in the mix. Deal will roll tide forever. Real talk, you know who he gon' pick. See where I be with SRT. Behind the glass, that G Money. They win it strong. I never lose. 6-man elite. That's J Smooth.
All you other sports radio shows is fake news. Believe it. Turn up your radios, cause it's time for SRT Radio. Yeah.
What up? What up? It's the Sports Roundtable. Yes, sir. We are in the building. Happy SRT Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. It is a great time to be a sports fan as week 0 for college football has gone and passed, and we are here with you to take you around the world in sports. I am HO from Bankhead, the humble host, and I got my guy here with me to the right side of the camera. You can catch him on Saturday. He's back for the second week on Saturday, and he's not a UNC football fan, thank God. He's a USC football fan. So y'all chill out on him. So he ain't got nothing to do with Bill Belichick. So Coach is in the building. What's up, Coach?
I think you
on mute. We can't hear you, Coach.
Uh-oh. Coach around there?
He was. Nah, we can't hear you, Coach. Yeah, you got to go out and come back on. All right, down at the bottom, Monday, 7 to 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. He is the D and A. He is the A and D and A. I'm sorry, I'm tripping.
There you go. There you go.
Yes, sir. And the A stands for not Alabama, but Auburn. Yes, sir. My main man, Asa, is in the building. What's up, man? What's going on?
What's going on, everybody? What's going on, boy?
What's
up, Asa? What's up? I'm waiting for this introduction with you. That's what I'm waiting for. Let me get ready.
Hold on. Well, hold on. Somebody in the chat I already got something saying for Hancock. What's up, Carletta? There, this is our prayer warriors in the chat.
Okay.
But I wanted such a reading, so I'll let you read what she had to say. All right, there you go, Coach. You back, Coach?
Yeah, I just broke up Kyrie and LeBron, so I'm all right.
Okay, there you go. All right, ready in time for Carletta to welcome Mr. Hancock back. Ladies and gentlemen, main man is back in the building. Yes, sir. It wasn't because of the overtime. It was because he took a little break. So he's back in the building. My main man, the sports superhero, is back in the building. Let's give him a round of applause for the sports hero. Hancock is back.
Glad to be back. What's up, fellas? What's good? What's going on?
We gotta welcome you. We gotta welcome you back with a welcome back question. From last week, we picked our top 5 running backs of all time in the SEC. We just want to see where you land with that. Top 5 running backs in the SEC of all time. Your top 5 running backs of all time in the SEC. Yeah.
Man, you hit me with one, man. That's a big one, big home. Didn't you get to think about that one? Oh yeah, man.
We just want to make sure that you
all time you got it. I
want to make sure you're not
okay. All time I'm going Bo. Yeah, Bo and Herschel sure in my top 5. I go George Rogers.
Okay, we all said 3. Ace will go get mad.
Yeah, let's see. Third. He said what?
Asa from South Carolina. So if you didn't say George Rogers, you were gonna have a problem.
Okay. Let's see the last two.
All right, let's not make D Will too.
I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. What's that?
Don't make D Will too matter. He already pissed off they lost, so give him a break. Just trying to give you a little help.
Who would I get from Alabama? That's an all-time great.
Oh man!
I know.
You not thinking?
I know my man won. I know. I must be missing somebody right there in my face, but I know they got a Heisman winner. Oh, Derek has definitely got to be up there. I guess is one of them.
Okay. So you going with Derek number 4?
Derek over who?
You going Derek Henry number 4?
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna put him up there. He's a Heisman winner.
I'm surprised H.O. he ain't called the first person he ain't called out the rip for who he represent all day.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's Emmett.
Yeah.
My bad. I gotta give him some love. But
Yeah.
you know, at the time, Emmett was a Gator. I'm a Noel fan. So Emmett got a little bad blood.
Yeah. But I think he made up for it though.
Yeah. Even though he's a Gator, you know, it is what it is.
So that's your top 5. So you got.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll go that, man. Yeah.
So
yeah.
Henry is a question mark. Now I think Asa, then you go with Sean Alexander.
Yeah, I went with Alexander.
And I think I went.
I mean, he's a good back too.
I think I went with Darren McFadden in my 5.
That's a good one too.
Yeah, we trying to mix it up. Yeah, I mean, three of those, everybody had. I think everybody had Bo, Herschel, and George Rogers. I think everybody had that. And then we were just trying to everybody else was mixing it up with either Alabama running back or like I said, I had Emmett. And man, hey, listen, Hancock, me and Coach were lock and key all last week. That's why he keep jumping off. He couldn't believe that we were lock and key all last week.
Yeah,
I heard that.
All right, Hancock, you're not off the hook. Now we got to go with. I'm gonna give you 3 names. I need you to rank these 3 names based on how they affected college football. Cam Newton, Johnny Manziel, and who was my third one? Oh, Tim Tebow.
In what respect are you saying that they affected college football?
The influence they had on it, whether it's winning, cultivating, pressure, expectation, skill.
Yeah, I think probably if you look at top to bottom of a college football team, Cam Newton probably had the most impact of a college football team or program by himself. If you look at that roster, he was Auburn. I mean, he was everything that year. Won a Heisman, coming from Blinn College and taking that team. I don't even know what the record was the previous year, but I'm sure going into that year they were not touted as a national championship contender. But for what
7-5, 8-4 to 14-0.
See, and I mean, for him to have that much of an impact.
Cam on his team, he never had an NFL player to play on his team in college.
And see, then that's what I mean. For him to take that team from what they were and elevate them to a national championship, not contender, but win it, that was probably the most impactful one player to a university in changing the whole dynamic that I can recall. And I think maybe in college, it might be some that rival it, but that's almost a Carmelo Anthony type situation if you want to look at it. So I look at what Cam did in that respect. When I look at Johnny Manziel, for one thing, being high all the time and winning the way he did was just phenomenal. But I mean, for him to do what he did at Texas A&M, he elevated that program to national prominence to where he was must-see TV. And to go into Alabama, I think he beat Alabama at home and then went into Alabama or vice versa. To beat them twice the way he did, I got to give him his props, man. He was special in college, without a doubt. And when we look at the St. Timmy, between doing circumcisions and his work abroad and everything he did to lead in Florida, being able to with his Christian background, to be able to deal with whatever was going on in Florida, and them accepting what he was, as his faith and whatever, and not let anything be questioned, and continue to be who he was and lead that team and be unquestioned, to be the unquestioned leader of that program. And you had some straight out renegades. I ain't gonna even use the T word that people usually describe them at that time, but man, that team, we just saw like just the most delicate part of what they really were when you look at the people that they had on that squad and the backgrounds that came from what they did. So Tim Tebow was a galvanizing force and led them to a national championship. He that's what I give him. If I was going to say anything about him, he was just galvanizing and a leader for that program.
Yeah.
So I say Tebow had the least amount of talent, but the best leadership.
Oh, you talking about him per se?
Yeah, him per se. And he had the most talent around him, for sure. Mm-hmm. Because we can say Tim Tebow had C. Harvey, Johnny Manziel had Mike Evans, and you say Cam Newton he had, and then you go blank.
Cam had the help of a computer. You can't say that.
Oh.
You're not gonna say. My bad.
So, Han, if you had to rank them, you going Cam, John, and then Tebow, or how you gonna do it? Because I know you did a summary real quick.
Man, I think Tebow had the most talent around him, so I'd have to go him third. I go Johnny because, at that time Alabama was rolling, man. And to be honest with you, Manziel probably had the biggest impact on what Saban had to do as a defensive mind. He had to go away from the big, and I think D. Will and I had this conversation where I was telling him that he was going to have to change. I don't know if you remember, Big Homie, but I told him, I said, all these big defensive linemen and big linebackers and all that that he was playing with when he was winning games with low scores. I said, he has to change because everybody's running up tempo. And those big guys got to be able to line back up and go again. And when I think Manziel kind of changed the mindset of defense in the SEC, and by that I mean defense when I talk about Alabama, because they are the standard, and everybody had to go to a more, athletic defense because that big run stopping and all that, it wasn't what was going to work. It wasn't going to work against the mobile quarterbacks and the wide open offenses that were coming along now.
Man, hey, Hancock, hold that thought till whenever HO get us through, because what you just said gonna come back to be said again when we get to however we get to Alabama and college football week 0 and 1.
Yeah, we're gonna get there very, very quickly. Matter of fact. All right, Han, you done got reintroduced, so don't look like you rushed at all. So let's go ahead and jump into some hot news. And the hot news sponsored by our good old friends, Big Easy Grill. Coach finally got some Big Easy Grill. Big Easy Grill, 1193 Collier Road, Atlanta, Georgia. Big Easy Grill, the best Louisiana seafood that you can get in town. The crab claws, catfish bites, and you already know the shrimp. 2 bites to get rid of 1 shrimp. Red beans and rice. Coach said you just need to add some cornbread to it, and we good to go. Big Easy Grill. Make sure you mention SRT or Sports Roundtable. for any meal $25 or more. All right, so here we go. Week number 0 for college football. Here we go. Week 0. All right, Ace, go ahead and give me your recap on week 0. What you got?
Man, I had
disappointments and impressive.
I had a 500 weekend. I was right about a couple of things. I was dead wrong about a couple of things. So I was dead wrong about basically Alabama. I wanted to see how competitive Florida State was going to be. They were more than competitive. I was dead wrong about Arch Manning. So I was surprised about that, even though I'm gonna have a few things to say about Sark. And then what I was right about, I told you Georgia Tech was gonna go up there to Colorado and have some fun. And then my home state, South Carolina, my dark horse Heisman guy looking good. Looking like who we just talked about earlier. Well, I won't say looking like him. It's hard to look like Cam back in college, but you're looking kind of familiar. I put it like that. Looking a little familiar.
Okay.
In that week 1. So those are my highs and lows as far as me personally. What I got wrong, what I got right.
All right, Mr. Hancock, go ahead and introduce us to your week 0. And what was your recap? What you like, what you didn't like? We'll get to our impressive and disappointment later on in the show.
Okay. Well, I wrote down a few notes here, but one of the things that I wrote down was the Clemson program. I am so happy. This kind of made my weekend because you know how much of a fan I am of Mr. Dabo Swinney. So for him to take an L at home was truly wonderful for me, and what it stated again to me was, you can badmouth whatever the system is. I look at Dabo like, he talks about what's going on in college football and the lay of the land. Well, I'm not going to get into politics or whatever, but we have to deal with the lay of the land in politics. So he has to deal with the lay of the land in college football. College football, you have to adhere to what's going on. You got to pay these players. You got to get out and recruit them yearly. And he has this mentality of he still wants to do it the old school way and not go into the portal and not pay the player. Don't think they deserve it. Don't deserve to get paid and all that. So more power to him. I'm glad they lost. I hope he continues to lose because he's one of my least favorite college football coaches in the land. So, and then for him to come out and say that the game was even, to me, LSU beat them all over the field in the second half. It wasn't close. They didn't put up the points I thought they should. They got a touchdown. I thought it was a touchdown call back. So I don't think the score was as close as it ended up. But anyway, that was one thing that came to mind. The second thing, I keep hearing about this year's college quarterback class as being so much better than the one that just left. And I just don't see it. I didn't see it with Arch Manning. I've been one of the ones. I haven't been on the show, but if you've heard me, if I had talked to you or people that I've talked to have heard me say, for one thing, he couldn't beat out a guy that didn't even go in the top 2 or 3 rounds that came out this year. He couldn't beat him out. Phenomenal or transitional or transcendent talents don't play second fiddle to Ewers. Ewers is not a top-level NFL prospect, and he couldn't beat him out. Even when Ewers got hurt and he came in, Ewers came back and took the job back. So to me, I never saw it with Arch Manning. And I was waiting to see it because of everything I heard. But even if when you go back and peel the layers back, people don't realize the high school he played in was a 2A high school. It wasn't even the top-level high school in the state. So for him to be touted with all of this and said, okay, well, he's going to be this, and I don't want to hear he's just a young quarterback. He's been in this system now. This is his 3rd year in that system. So I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear anything about the defenses and what Patricia was able to do to him. because I think it's all bull. I think it's they protect him. I think that the people that are coming on and giving them excuses they almost bending themselves in pretzels trying to say why he did everything except saying he stunk because he missed wide open people. I hear all the time about accuracy and all this. He had the first play of the game, he threw it in the dirt. A few other times he overshot people. He threw behind people when they were wide open on crossing routes. He missed wide open people. So that this quarterback class, also the kid at Clemson, they talked about him being a big time prospect for next year. I didn't see it. The only two quarterbacks I saw this weekend, one of them I think can't come out. The South Carolina kid is just a sophomore, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, Norris.
So he can't come out.
Sellers.
Right. So I will go with the LSU quarterback. I thought Newsmar looked good. I think I can see NFL prospect in him. I can see him go to second read. I can see him do some of the things that I think translate to the next level. I like him as a true prospect. But for them to say that everybody should be tanking for this class and they shouldn't be, I don't even want to go in the Shedeur situation, but they shouldn't be looking at what they have but trying to position themselves for the next year's class. I know this was week 1, week 0, week half, whatever it was, but I did not see it. And I don't see it in these quarterbacks. And the last thing, I think that was it, Big Home. That talked about everything that kind of jumped out to me. We won't even talk. We'll talk in the next segment about what really made me happy.
There you go. All right, Coach, it's on you, bro.
Well,
what's your recap for week 0?
You just shown me why we shouldn't have Hancock on the show, and it's been a polite show since he's been here. Because he just told everything I was gonna say in a blind minute. Took everything. I mean, he took everything.
I'm sorry, Coach.
That's okay. There's always a remedy for a problem. Just check the bottom of the screen out. There's always a remedy for a problem. There's always one. That's okay. But you made one mistake. Well, you made 2, but you had good points. Okay. You made 2. Sellers can come out next year in the draft. Sellers can come out. He's older. They're gonna let him come out early, first come in the draft. And wait a minute. No, I think that was the only one you said that was wrong. Everything else was correct. Because every time I hear about this super duper class of 2026, I mean, let's see, Drew Aller. No, I'm not drafting him. Klubnik from Clemson. No. Arch Manning. No. Nussmeier or whatever his name is from LSU. He played for Brian Kelly. I wouldn't draft him. No. Sellers is the only one. Hey, man, people do not understand this about Sellers. Sellers was not recruited. He was only recruited by one college, Syracuse. And I'm like, how do y'all miss
Coach,
what's that?
I got something to say real quick. Matter of fact, y'all gonna be proud of this. Guess who just entered the building?
Who has entered the building? Oh no! Stop the press.
We
gotta make this go.
Yes, sir. D. Will, the coach.
D. Will,
D. Ninja.
Yes, sir. Okay. You need to understand how many text messages I got this weekend saying I know D. Will to defend yourself.
Hey man, and y'all see what I got on.
Then when Hancock told me he was coming on, I said, "Oh, this would be classic."
Before I get started,
Florida State and Alabama.
Before I get started, right, and explain what I got on. I was hoping that Hancock was not going to be on tonight. When I went into the green room and I saw Hancock, I was about to log out. Because actually, I had to go put my shiesty on because sorry, we suck. We sorry.
Yeah, we knew something was wrong. You got the Pooh Shiesty on.
Yeah, I had to put my Pooh Shiesty on, cuz. What's up, fellas? How y'all doing, man? It's been a minute.
Yeah, everything is good, man. I got an Alabama fan at work, and I had to check on him. I had to make sure. He said, as long as we go 11-1, it will be good.
Bro,
that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen.
That ain't gonna happen.
Said, bro, you ain't got to worry about y'all going 11-1. So
now, I will.
right, so,
I will say this: I was a delusional Alabama fan when we were good. We're no longer good, so I'm no longer delusional. That makes sense. Your coworker is a delusional fan. There's no way on God's green earth that the University of Alabama is going 11-1. I just hit it.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm finna switch sides with Asa of the state because I think we're gonna be more like Auburn. We're gonna be losing 5 games.
Oh,
first of all, I don't need your backhanded compliment, and I will send you a rabbit hat because that's what you're gonna need to wear because you're gonna be hunted more than you're gonna be robbing anything. You're gonna be hunted, so I need to send you a rabbit hat. That's what you need to have on.
I should have pulled out my David Crockett because
a rabbit hat and some weights is what y'all need. And y'all got the best facility in the country. Y'all just ain't using it.
Dude, we got one of the best rosters. We got one of the best rosters in the state, and I guess we're gonna get into it. I'm not gonna soapbox. I'll let Big H.O. throw his pitches and everything, and then I'll get into it from there.
What happened to Hancock?
All right, well, first of all, go ahead and give me your week 0, your college football week 0. What did you see? What did you like? What you didn't like? What
you talking from last week or the week before?
And we'll get.
You mean from last week or the week before? Okay. This past week was week 1.
The Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, okay. Week 1. Yeah.
So, all right, okay. I'm gonna tell you like this.
All of it together.
I'm gonna tell you like this right here. My biggest takeaway from the beginning of the college football season, and it's gonna pain me to say this, but I think it's accurate. Carson Beck is pretty damn good. We ain't giving up on Carson Beck. You didn't give up on him, Mason?
So okay. Let me stop you right there before you get to your next point. So the game is played so much differently now because Carson Beck threw about 3 hospital balls that happened to get caught. If this was 5 to 7 seasons ago, them boys would have been in the hospital right now or out for next week due to concussion. He got saved by he was out there looking like Terry Bradshaw and getting saved by getting saved by Lynn Swann and them boys. There was some catches out there that I was like, yo, great catch. But wait.
It is what it is. But at the end of the day, he looked good. Like
he looked competent, but he ain't. I mean, the good. You almost sound like you leaning into good to about to be great, and I ain't see that. And that's week 1. I ain't see it. I thought he got away with a bunch of passes in that game against Notre Dame. And
I'm not gonna blame him for getting away with passes when he's supposed to get if I throw you the ball and it's in your area, you're supposed to catch it, Ryan Williams. You're supposed to catch the football. I don't give a damn where you throw it. If it touches you, you're supposed to catch it. Am I not wrong?
You're not wrong. I just, like I said, I started off. The game is played differently now, and maybe my mindset on how
you gotta get off of that, Asa. You gotta get off of that. They ain't hitting no more. There's no more tackling in football.
I get it. But he threw some balls that even at the next level, you may not get your head taken off, but them balls would have been intercepted at the next level as well.
But so we're not talking about the next level. We're talking about Saturday night or Monday, Sunday night, whenever they played. against Notre Dame, bro, he was balling. He has in my opinion, he has Miami looking like the best team in the country.
And that's what I was going to say. I think there's going to be 2 games this year that we're going to be like, yeah, Carson Beck lost them games. That's why I say what I'm saying.
Hey, listen, Asa, I can't predict the future. Big O asked me what I saw to start off this.
No, I'm with you. My bad. Yeah, you're right. I just thought Carson Beck. I just didn't think he was that great.
Yeah, listen. Miami looked really, really good, right? Coming off of last year, I believe that we all figured that Miami was gonna have a drop off, right? We figured because we ain't never said Miami was back. We done heard Miami is back 1,000 times, and then they had a good season, and then they did what Miami's did over the last 15 years, and that's fall off at the end of the season, right? And we were like, oh, that's back to Miami U. They got Carson Beck. That's a Georgia reject. Nobody wants him. They gave him too much money. All of these things that we talked about. And for them to come out and win that football game was a huge win, in my opinion, for Miami Hurricanes going forward. Because let's keep in mind, they play in the ACC, right? So it's not like they're going to be uber challenged. And I understand, Florida State, I still don't think they're that good. That's just my opinion. I don't think they're going to be a challenge for a Miami or a Clemson. I just don't see it, bro. Like beating Alabama.
I don't know about that,
Beating Alabama on Saturday, in my opinion, was a good win on paper, but I don't think it was as big of a win as people are giving it credence to be, moving Florida State up to number 14. You beat a mediocre Alabama team. Well, let me say that. We take that back. You beat a mediocre coached Alabama team. The talent is there. I just don't think the coaching is there. So with that being said, I really believe Florida State is being overrated. So in my opinion, Miami has, and Clemson, I still don't ever trust Clemson, ever, right? But I think Miami is in a position in the ACC to get to the 12-team playoff and maybe even win a couple of games in that, the way they look Saturday night. But that's just on Miami. But what I've seen as a whole is, I kind of agree with what Asa just said. College football is not really football, right? I understand that eras change, times change, players change, all those things. Change is what it is. However, bro, I just can't get down with this TikTok era. Right? I cannot get down with these kids who are, purposely acting feminine and then going to play a gladiator sport. I just don't see it working, right? Every Michael Sam that has ever come across football has bombed and fizzled, right? They have bombed down and fizzled. Every Michael Sam that we can name, all the way down to Christian Wilkins, who he even was a first-round pick. He's no longer in the league because he's trying to kiss dudes in the locker room, right? So my point is, all that femininity that's in college football right now, bro, it almost has me not wanting to watch, and that's just my opinion.
Okay.
But D-Will, back to football. I do agree with you. A lot of the fingernail paint and all that, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get there with that. But back to the Florida State and that conversation. The reason I like what Florida State is doing is that Gus Malzahn is in the right situation, what he's doing as an offensive coordinator, not a head coach. And what he can do is, like what he was doing at Alabama, they were like this. They didn't know where the ball was. And as long as you can get an edge on that, when you can get people looking in different places and the speed that they got, he's still learning his players and learning what to do with them. Castellanos does just what he needs at that quarterback position, which is he's mobile. He's able to keep the chains moving. When you can keep the chains moving, that's another 3-4 downs that defense got to play. And it helps, man. I promise it does. It levels the playing field. And that's what he can do with that. So I think they're a little bit more formidable because of that. I like the physical nature they play with, if they can continue to do that. We see that a lot of times, and I agree with you. Like, now you got to validate it. They can't come out this week. Even I don't even think they're playing anybody, but you got to validate that win. You can't come out and lay an egg and barely get by somebody or stumble and stub your toe. So we'll see that, and also with Miami the same way, because I hear you saying that, but they had Notre Dame. Notre Dame came into that place, and it still was a 1-score game. So
they almost gave it away.
Before you get to your next point, there's two things. One, we know Miami does not have a home field advantage, right? So saying Notre Dame went into there is not saying much. Right. Not saying much. But secondly, for Florida State, unfortunately, you do have Gus Malzahn, and he's going to lay an egg. I'm telling you from experience. He plays well and coaches well against Bama, right? He was familiar with Alabama. He wasn't afraid of Alabama, right? However, we know Gus Malzahn and his track record. Bro, get ready for the fall off. It's coming.
We'll see what happens. Like I said, he's the OC, so I'm good with that. I don't see he's not the head coach.
You don't trust Norvell.
I just want Norvell won at Memphis, so he's won. I don't know. I'm not gonna put my eggs in the basket of Florida State, because if I was on this show last week and we were sitting here, I'd have been right what you saying. Bama was gonna have a tougher time getting off the bus than they would have with that game, but it didn't happen that way. Right. So I don't know. I don't know what to expect from Florida State. I was pleasantly surprised, like I said, and like I said, with Castellano, he is the perfect kind of quarterback for what Gus does. So we'll see what happens.
That's a fact.
All right, so I'm gonna bring this up, and Coach, don't you leave that shank down, but LSU may look like the best team in the nation right now. Nussmeier may be way ahead of Arch Manning as far as the Heisman Trophy.
Maybe.
Well, yeah, he is.
Sure.
Yeah, he is for sure. But LSU I got to give LSU some love right now, because they look like the real Death Valley for sure. They gave Clemson all they needed and all they can handle. And I know, Coach, you don't like Brian Kelly, but the team is good. The team is good. So I just wanted to kind of throw that out there. Anybody else can respond or rebuttal that?
I agree. I think to me, the deep.
I think he froze. I'll pick him up till he comes back.
No, I was gonna say probably kind of back to the overall week 0, week 1 is typically, and this is every year anyway, the defense will be there from the jump, right? Usually it takes the offense a couple of weeks to catch up, to get to speed. But what I did notice across the board is, and this kind of goes to maybe what Hancock said earlier about the quarterbacks, most of the teams fed into the run immediately. And when the run was working, they stayed with the run. So I don't know if these quarterbacks coming out hadn't caught on as far as into a rhythm, or in the case to me, what I saw with Texas was I don't think that game plan that Sarkisian had ever got into a rhythm. And maybe some of that is Ohio State's defense and being able to keep them off balance. But at the same time, I'm not trying to excuse Arch Manning missing 5-yard outs in the flat. He was looking like Bo Nix his freshman year in Auburn, missing, you know what I mean? Missing easy passes to the running back out in the flat. He throwing it to the man's ankle behind him and all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, I don't think they ever got into a rhythm. So what I kind of seen this week really was the defenses were more ready prepared than the offenses were across the board. And
so you must not have watched the Alabama game.
I watched the Alabama game. I watched the Alabama game. Well, no. They weren't ready, but they weren't ready because they wasn't stopping the pass. They were getting beat up in the trenches. I mean, they gave them 150 yards at halftime And I was like, oh, and it started raining at halftime, and I was like, oh, it's about to get worse for them in the second half because they're gonna have to now start dealing with being tired and things of that nature, and it just finally just became an avalanche. But I mean, you've seen it with the North Carolina game on Monday. TCU was like, oh, we moving the line of scrimmage 3-4 yards every play. Why am I want to throw the ball? The very first play.
I agree with everything you're saying, but if we're gonna move back to Alabama's defensive line is stacked. Like this is the deepest defensive line we've probably had since the 2016 season, right? And they literally play a lot of players. That defense, though they got pushed, they were unprepared. They were not in positions they should have been in for this to be a game. And I agree. It usually takes offenses a little bit longer to get going than a defense because the defense just has to sit back and react. Offense has to be on time. Defenses just have to react. And it's easier to react without knowing than it is anything else. So I agree. I'm just saying that game against Florida State, that was not an Alabama coach football team, right? That team did not come across as that's the Alabama Crimson Tide, right? At no point did you listen. I mean, our best player, Ryan Williams, dropped 3 balls like that. And people might say, well, it's only 3. Do you know how big 3 drops are in a game where you lose by 14 points?
Yeah, especially if a couple of them could be first downs to keep the chain moving. Yes. Yeah.
Exactly. So that team was so unprepared on both sides of the football that I don't believe that's something that can be corrected in 1 to 2, 3, 5, 6 weeks from now. I just don't see it. And I've never felt that way.
That's why.
So D-Will, I got a question, D-Will.
Mm-hmm.
Is Alabama willing to do a $65-70 million buyout for him to leave?
No.
So you're stuck with it. And this has been my point. And I know, big homie, I know if you heard me say it, this ain't the place for him. I didn't think he belonged in the SEC from day one. I don't think you go out and get guys that don't understand that there are this area of the country, people live and die with that college football program. Not only in Tuscaloosa, not only in Alabama. I'm talking about all pockets around the Southeastern Conference. That's what they go by. For 365 days, they wait on football season. And I don't think that unless you are in this area and understand the magnitude of what that program provides, you don't belong here. This ain't the Pac-12. This ain't Washington. This ain't about we come back next year or next week. It ain't that type of party. And I'm telling you, I just don't know how. I don't know how this is gonna work, man.
They didn't learn from Auburn when we had to run somebody up out of town 2 years ago.
Hey, listen, you go get that outsider, and you go get that outsider and bring him in. And then here's the thing. Like, I totally agree with what you say at hand. And that Auburn reference was a good one because they ran old buddy up out of there quick, right? But my thing is, even more so than where he's from and where he coached and what he did in his past, because we know he's a winner, right? We've seen him win everywhere he's go. We saw him be successful. However, I think it's more of a personality issue more so than a X's and O's issue, right? I think that if you look at Kalen DeBoer, he doesn't curse, he doesn't raise his voice, he doesn't get out of character, right? That's work with Alabama football, right? That's the work in the SEC. I know we talk about Coach don't like Brian Kelly, but Brian Kelly will meet you at midfield and cuss you out all the way to the bench.
Yes, cuss you out all the way to the bench.
Yep. Kalen DeBoer, bro, we had 8-9 penalties in that game, and he's standing there looking like a deer in headlights. Number 18, the little linebacker, the little white boy, bro. Somebody put out some tape on him on his effort during that football game, bro. It is absolutely incredible the lack of effort he was given, right? Teddy DeBoer never once said one thing to him. That's the issue. You're not coaching these guys in a way that they have. These players from the Southeast that come up and play in this, bro, these boys been getting cussed out since they were 3 on the football field. I mean, dog cuss. So you mean to tell me that now I get to the pinnacle, to the highest level, and I got somebody telling me, gosh darn it, gee willikers, dag nabbit, I ain't listening to that. I'm not going to respond to that. And when you see Caden Proctor on the field in pre-games going through his offensive line drills with a cell phone in his hand and headphones on his head, no wonder you gave up 3 sacks in one game. That's the issue I have. I think it's a disciplinary issue at the University of Alabama because we know for a fact the Jimmies and Joes are there. It's the X's and O's part that ain't working.
And then what this reminds me of is when the Cowboys, when Jimmy left and Switzer came in. The only reason the Cowboys were able to succeed because they had veterans there like Irvin and whatever, and all. They won in spite of not having Jimmy Johnson on their head driving them. But also with that, you saw the program deteriorate. And you saw it deteriorate. And that's what I see happening at Bama. Everything until that guy comes out of the office down there. He still got office in there down there at the cameras, right? Because he needs to come down and make some stuff happen. I'm just saying, Caden DeBoer needs to take some sick days or something, and Nick needs to come on in there. Because what they doing right now is not conducive to Alabama football. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I don't see this happening. So,
and I think Alabama not being Alabama hurts the entire SEC. It takes credibility away from the entire conference when your big dog, the head of your snake, is no longer feared. People feared everybody else in the SEC because they had the Bama stigma. The SEC was the coup de grace. We won 8 BCS championships out of 10. Like we were the top of the top. Now, if you look at this past weekend, bro, look at all the losses the SEC had against middle of the road other conference. That's not what happened. Nobody fears the SEC when they don't fear Bama. Even though Georgia as good as they are, nobody fears Georgia, bro.
D-Will, I'm telling you, I said this 3 years ago, and you didn't agree with me, and you might not still agree with me.
I wanted to hear it.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure I didn't agree with him 3 years ago.
Yeah, he went out. You went out, Hancock.
Yeah. Hey, we're going to have to. Hey, I'm going to remember what he was saying 3 years ago when he come back, because I got to hear that.
I want to get Coach involved with this LSU talk. Coach, I need you to jump in and talk to me about what you saw for LSU. I know you don't like the coach, but at least I know you like the team and what they did to Clemson.
LSU won the game.
That's all you got.
That's all I'm gonna give them, because Brian Kelly. Sooner or later, just wait till another big game come up and watch Brian Kelly melt like an ice cube in summertime. Just hang on. He stole the first one. I give him that. Good. He stole the first one. Nussmeier saved him. He got some good wideouts, but stay tuned.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get you with this. Are you buying? Are you buying the Penn State hype now since they done moved up to number 2?
Man, I don't care if Ben Franklin is the coach or Franklin from the Peanuts. I don't care. James Franklin has not shown he's win big. When he wins big, take my phone, pick it up. I'll call my phone and then I'll talk to you about it. But until he wins big, anybody could beat Little Sisters of the Worthless Miracle. You don't get a rep on that. You beat them teams all day. Wait till you play Ohio State or Oregon or one of them big timers, and then when he lose, he's gonna have that same I just hugged the neighbor's dog look on his face. Just stay tuned. Stay tuned.
I take Brian Kelly right now.
My man at Penn State, you're right, Coach, though. He still got a lot to prove as far as toward the end of the year, if he's 9-0, 10-0, or whenever they got to play Ohio State or championship, Big Ten championship Saturday, and or the playoff game, he hasn't showed up in any of those games because he hasn't had the talent. I think he's a good coach, but I think he's always been talent deficient, and it shows up. Same thing with the coach at Iowa. Great coaches, they wind up being 9-1, 10-1, and then when they get to the Big Ten championship, they just don't have the horses to go up against Ohio State. And so, does Penn State have the horses in the big game to go up against? Can they? And I don't think they do. And he's a good coach, but he is not the coach that can then come up with a scheme to even the playing field. So like D. Will mentioned about Gus Malzahn. Gus, people forget Nick Marshall was a wide receiver that he turned into a quarterback and made it to a championship game.
Yep.
You see what a head coach, when he can have X's and O's and even the playing field, even though he might be outmatched talent wise. I don't think old boy in Penn State's that kind of coach. He's not that kind of coach. So him being ranked this high to me is just setting them up for failure. Unless I'll be the first to tell you I'm not sure what their roster is, 1 to 75 or whatever. But in the years past, he's never had the talent to match up against Ohio State.
Well,
and
what's
that's
the excuse this year?
Huh?
What's the excuse gonna be this year?
Oh, the excuse this year, if he has the talent, is he is not a better. Well, then he should win it. Then he should win it. There is no excuse. He should, but I don't think. Again, like I was saying before, I don't think in those games, in these previous, say 5 years when they've gone into the Big Ten championship and being ranked in the top 10 and playing for either BC, a bowl, the playoffs, or now the 12 playoffs, but then the 4, and then before that, a BCS spot or whatever. He not only lost in them Big Ten championship games, he was getting ran out the building. So, like I said before, if he was losing those games by a possession, 10 points or less, 2 possessions, then I could say, you know what? He's a good coach. He just doesn't have the horses to get over the hump. But when you're getting boat raced all the time, you are not the coach that can, you are a coach that can level the playing field. And he's not that. Franklin is not that kind of coach.
All right, we got Hand back.
All right, Hand, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm back here. My statement was that the NIL was going to level the playing field. And when you look around, it's a lot of kids that leave programs. The best safety in college football started out at Alabama. He's now at Ohio State. And I think when you start to get players that are going to these or not coming to the SEC now or leaving the SEC due to the bag that they can get, it has kind of leveled and taken a lot of players out of the SEC that would normally be SEC players. And I think that with that, you see a lot of parity that's starting to happen around. Ohio State has still got their base. Bama, don't get me wrong, I still think Bama is a solid recruiting place or whatever. But as I said, the pockets run deep in these other places. When you go to Texas and you see these Lamborghinis lined up row after row in these big pickup trucks that are filled, with fully loaded, and they're getting every lineman that and all that. It's a lot that's going on money-wise. You got to keep recruiting your same players back. And I think that's starting to have an effect on our traditional powers. So we'll see what happens in the future. I thought that along with Nick Saban getting out, and I still think that's why Nick got out. And having now Kalen DeBoer, I think that's really having an effect on your program. And I don't know how you're going to get back there. I still think you need a guy that understands what goes on here and can feed that program. And I agree. You got to have somebody to cuss these kids out and do whatever. You don't need to have the cameras showing everything. And I don't know if I don't know what you're gonna do there, D. Will, but I don't know if you're gonna get that program back to where it was right now for a while.
And I'm gonna tell you, I did disagree with you 3 years ago, and I'm still on the fence with the NIL business because kids have always went places, right? And like you say, Bama used to stack up 5 stars 4 deep on the depth chart, right? But it sounded good on paper, but those guys never played, right? They had to wait their turn. Guys are no longer waiting turns anymore, right? I want it now.
But before you go any further, though, D. Will, your guys waited their turn. You got 2 running backs that waited their turns, and they play on Sundays in Jacobs and in Brian, what's his name? And they were contributors when they got their chance at Bama. You go down and you look Ford, that's in the league. Yeah, when you go and look at Ford that left Alabama and went somewhere to play. You look at New Orleans running back. He was at Alabama. I mean, I'm sorry, what's his name? Kamara. That's what I'm saying. You had stacks of running backs, stacks of wide receivers, stacks of linebackers, tackles, whatever. And it's affecting Georgia also. And like I said, there's no way in the world that Caleb Downs should have been anywhere other than Alabama. Alabama's they send people to the NFL. Why is the number 1 player and number 1 DB in college now at Ohio State when he left Alabama, who was a national power? That's what I'm saying. You got to keep recruiting and keep throwing the bag out there because people got deep pockets now.
Right.
And that's why I think NIL is tough.
Yeah, I agree because Alabama's NIL ability about 20 million. Ohio State's about 60, right? So it's a difference because and I'm gonna go to the whole SEC and not just focus in on Bama. Exclude Texas, right? Exclude the Texas teams because they're not traditional SEC teams.
Right.
But for traditional SEC teams in the Southeast United States, we don't have the money like that. It's not the same money that's in the Midwest or the Northeast or out West. It's just not the same coin. So when it comes to recruiting, Ohio State's going to pull Caleb Downs from Alabama because they can give him 20 million when Alabama's whole roster gets 20 million. You see what I'm saying? So I agree that the NIL is changing where kids go. But my point is, it's still kids at these schools. It's still top level recruits. Alabama still has one of the best rosters in America, right? They have one of the best rosters in the country, but we don't have that same dog at the top. And until we change that, regardless of what the money is, I don't give a damn. We get 100 million. We ain't winning with Caleb DeBoer, bro.
Yeah. But like you said, your university, people did not, I'm sorry, this is my last point. There were people, when you grew up in Alabama, you were either going to Auburn or you were going to Alabama. They didn't look at outside school. Exactly. If you were a top player, somebody at Alabama, you wasn't getting out of the state. You were going to one of them schools, whether you had to wait your turn or not. Right. And that's my point is that you don't have to wait your turn no more. You don't have to wait and develop. I'm going to play. I'm out.
I was going to say that the crick in that armor really started when Dion snatched old boy.
Yeah.
From
to HBCU.
to an HBCU, exactly. Like, so even before the money kind of started getting involved, you were kind of starting to see the crink in the armor as far as being dominant on, and you still got, like you said, you still got the best class. I'm not saying that you don't still have probably the best roster, but you don't. Basically, what I was saying is, to Hancock's point, you're not going 3 deep. You're not going 5 deep now. You're going 3 deep. And so when you're going 3 deep, now you got to start leaning into, back to your point, D. Will. You got to start leaning into coaching. And so I both of y'all are saying y'all going to get to the end zone. You just going a different route, and that's why I was kind of saying about Stark down there in Texas. And they got all the money in the world. I just don't think I don't think Stark came out with a great game plan. But you look at Stark's past years, it always seemed to take him 2 or 3 games for him to get into a rhythm as a head coach. He don't never come out the gun running. He ends the season kind of hot. Same thing with old boy down at Ole Miss. He never came out the box hot as a coaching. It took him 3 or 4 games before he got got on pace as far as calling plays or whatever. So it is now more about coaching across the board. And now that you implemented NFL rules to coaching, now you're really seeing who can coach. Because Dion them didn't look too good against Georgia Tech either on how to manage the clock.
That run over 2, y'all. That run is over 2. It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
You might be.
Listen, and I'm gonna tell you.
It might be. I'm
gonna scare y'all with something. I think Dion is in the same boat as Kalen DeBoer. I think he's too nice. I think Kalen DeBoer's too nice. Dion too cool. Right? He doesn't put his foot on them players' neck. Right? He disciplines them. He coaches them. But I'm not telling nobody to be a heathen. But somebody who ain't using curse words, who ain't being stern, who's trying to talk to you, and how they say nowadays, meet them where they are, meet them at their level. Anybody who's coaching in that realm and they're not being a dictator, they're not being the top dog, my way is or the highway. If it's not like that, and you're allowing players to be, and I'm not saying take players and kids' individuality, take away their personalities, but your personality means nothing when we have a goal to achieve, right? We're trying to achieve an ultimate goal is one. I don't give a damn what your personality is. I don't care if you want to TikTok. I don't care if you want to wear jewelry. I don't care if you want to wear big watches or diamonds on your teeth. None of that matters when it comes to the goal. And Nick Saban was able to do that. Now, granted, and I agree, Han, Nick Saban might have gotten out because of NIL, but you ain't going to sit here and tell me that Nick Saban wouldn't have been able to adjust to the NIL time to get Alabama and keep Alabama where they were. He would have been able to.
I don't think he wanted to. Yes, I don't think he wanted to. Yeah, I don't think he wanted to. He didn't.
Right. That's the difference. He could have. He just didn't want to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Football, AHO, football is the closest thing to military, and there's only one general. You know what I mean? And so either you get in line or you getting thrown into the barracks. One of the two.
Mm-hmm. Okay, coach done disappeared. So, all right, let's get to our next point where we got to talk about. We'll talk about that later. Let's give Atlanta Dreams some love. Are we giving Atlanta Dreams enough love in the state? Are they the best team right now in the state of Georgia that's playing right now?
For professionally, yes.
Yeah, professionally. Let's just say
that. I don't watch no WNBA. That has to be the absolute worst professional sports league out of any sports league in the world, bro. Listen. It is horrible. The pace of play is bad. The lack of discipline and bro, listen. I'm a basketball purist, and that is not basketball, bro. That's not. Hey, so you might be a WNBA fan. That shit is horrible. I mean, absolutely. It's unwatchable. It's hard. It is worse. Okay, let me tell you like this. You know how people say, I don't see how people sit down and watch golf because what do you get? Where's the excitement in golf? But I don't see how people sit down and watch the WNBA. Where's the excitement in that? Where? Please, if you're a fan of the WNBA, I want you to give me, I'm like Han on college basketball. Give me one thing that should draw me in to being a viewer of the WNBA.
Now, I will tell you, I'm going to say that I'm going to keep it 100. I don't watch every WNBA game. I do watch the top end of the WNBA game. So when you have teams like the Aces playing the Liberty, so your top end, it's a very top heavy sport. So you only a league, I should say. You only have 6 or 7 teams who you're probably going to win or be involved in the championship round. So I'll watch those games. I'm not going to watch on a random Thursday night. Like right now, Atlanta, the Dream is playing the Sparks. I'm not watching that game. Dream is 15 games better than the Sparks. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to watch that game. I will watch when the Dream is playing the Liberty because there's a 2-game separation, or when they're playing the Aces because of 2 games separation. So it is a very top-heavy league. So I understand that. I kind of don't, you being a basketball purist, outside of maybe the girls having the same physicality as the men have, the game itself is to me the purest game of basketball.
No. Oh my God, no, bro. No.
We go disagree. We go disagree there. But again,
and I'm gonna tell you why you say that. I'm gonna tell you why.
Maybe because I watch the top end of the teams, and I'm not watching every night.
I think you call it pure because they don't have athleticism, right? They can't run and jump. So, they got to go inside. She has to shoot on the inside. They play that. Listen, Asia Wilson, who everybody says is the best WNBA player, I cannot stand her game. Horrible. And I'm not even being a hater. I'm talking about what she does not translate. It translates on their level, right? But their level is what is professional sports, right? Professional sports is one thing and one thing only: entertainment. That is worst entertainment that you could possibly sit down and watch for 2.5 hours. I even tried to watch a WNBA game. Tried, bro. I literally tried. That is bad. I would much rather watch 1A high school basketball in Alabama than watch a doggone WNBA game.
Well, we ain't gonna be able to bring you across the finish line.
Oh, no.
I get it. I just like I said before, I keep it 100. I'm not sitting here watching every game. I'm not running out on a Thursday night to watch.
Answer my question. Give me one thing. If like when Hans say he don't watch college basketball, I throw things at him while he should. Right? I try, don't I, Hans? I try.
You do.
I just told you you need to watch the top end of the league.
No, not the top. Like, what is it that I should watch to make me just not a team because they're good? What should I be watching? Like, what am I watching for? It can't be Asia. Listen, I love Paige Beckers. I would watch her, but I'd rather watch her work out in a gym with a trainer by herself than watch her play a WNBA game.
That was gonna be my example. They have this season for sure, and probably going into next year as well. When you have the girls coming out, this season is full of guard play. They like to showcase old girl in Chicago, but rebounding and whatever. That's something totally different. I feel like this year it is about the backcourts in the WNBA. So if you want to picked out Paige Becker. She would be one.
I love her. I think she's the best player in the WNBA. I really do believe that. Right.
So
now I'm gonna tell you, Angel Reese. As much as I love her and what she does, bro, that is the ugliest brand of basketball. I can't watch that, bro.
That's why I said they like to show her, but she is not. I mean, I can name 3 or 4 guys in the NBA that have when I say a similar game. Draymond would be what she is. The Draymond now, early Draymond had a shot. Now Draymond is just hustle and getting some rebounds and handing the ball off. That is what Angel Reese is with effort. So
take this from somebody who watches the WNBA every night. I'm just gonna go and tell you it's a guilty pleasure. I'm gonna be honest with you. D-Will, probably for you, the best thing to watch is the tunnel walk when they come in and they dressed up. So coming into the ring, that's probably your best thing. It's a fight. It's a fight that tunnel walk. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh my God.
It's a fight that night. If you can get past some of those stuff, it's a fight.
For everyone that's 5 is 3 other ones. I'm like, look, bro, go home.
Yeah, true that. You gotta take the good with the bad. Now, as far as the other thing, I watch it a lot because I play Prize Picks a lot. So that's why I watch. I know I got it on right now because I got some stuff on the Atlanta and LA. But that's the only reason to watch it because as far as the brand of basketball, I can see it. I can tell you, the rebounds get missed. Stuff goes off their hand when they should have it. They dribble the ball. They shoot the ball right in people's face for blocks. I mean, it's the most physical basketball you can watch. And I've said this before. It's because they have no control over their bodies. Once they get to going, they're going to crash into somebody. It's going to be a train wreck. Somebody going to get hit. Every game you watch, it is the most physical. It's like watching field hockey. They knock the hell out of each other. And Angel Reese hits people. Even when they make clean blocks, they knock the hell out of each other. So if you're not betting on it, it's really not anything you want to watch. And like I said, the tunnel walk is fun. I like that.
I don't think the WNBA is going to last, y'all. I don't think it's going to last. Like,
you know what? The only thing and the only reason it might last, D-Will, is because they cater to their crowd, and their crowd is the alphabet crowd. You know, and that LG. Okay. And if you, as long as mainstream can accept it and deal with it, because they blatant with it. They put it out there in the timeouts. They show you. They do their rainbow stuff. They do it all. They put the lip gloss on. They have men putting lip gloss on. I mean, it is the most outlandish thing you want to see. I mean, honestly. So I think that one thing that helped was like they grew an audience. The thing that hurt college basketball to me was that you didn't have players that stayed around. One thing that helped them is you had Juju Watkins, which she kind of rode the coattails of what Angel and the other girl did in Paige. And I think that they have to come up with somebody else now to have a rivalry with Juju. So you got to have something in there that's a yin and a yang to keep elevating and perpetuating. Because with them, then you'll see other players that you'll kind of know, and then they'll go to the next level. But they have to keep feeding it.
I don't think it translates. I don't think it translates to the WNBA, right? I don't think the success that women's college basketball has translates to the WNBA because, in my opinion, the reason that women's college basketball is even successful is because of March Madness. You don't hear about women's basketball until March Madness. People are so enamored with that tournament, filling out a bracket, watching that's a spectacle. When they leave there, nobody cares.
I hear you. They could have been filling out brackets in my house and I wouldn't have cared. What got me to watching was when Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark had their thing. To me, that was the igniter of all. The Friends college sports watcher, besides college football with me, the Friends college watcher, like I don't really watch baseball, but a little bit. But I started watching the college women's game, and then you start watching a little bit of South Carolina because they were so good. But the thing that got me was that you had racism. I keep saying this, and I think since we've been on the show, this to me is the most poignant fact that I've ever made. Racism is the driving force. If Larry Bird again would have been a black man, the NBA would still be on tape delay. That's my point. And because you had the racial component of white Larry Bird and black Magic Johnson, it came together perfectly and it elevated the league. The thing that perpetuated WNBA and made me start watching it was the grassroots thing that happened between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. When Caitlin did all this Can't See Me to South Carolina and beat them, and then Angel came back and did it in her face and pointed at that ring, it skyrocketed. And it brought in everybody, the Friends fan, the people that didn't care, the people that wasn't watching. It's the same thing I said when my grandmama looked at she said,
Are they still there? Because I was one of those people that watched. I'm not there anymore.
I feel you. I understand because you're a pure basketball person. But what I'm saying is pure basketball people don't drive marketing. You got to have people in it who don't really drive it. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, like I said all the time, my grandmama didn't know nothing about nobody else but Michael Jordan. You see what I'm saying? When Jordan was on, she knew she was watching Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
So that's since sport. So just like, but she got an interest in Angel Reese. She's like, how Angel do? You see what I'm saying? You watching Angel tonight? That's what she want to know. So people that
Thank you, bro.
they got to have a good year next to keep it going. We'll see what happens.
Hey, I think the best person to explain this is Coach girls basketball for so long, and I think he's the best person to explain the WNBA to D. Will. I'm not sure you go get him across the finish line, but Coach, give your best effort to see why would D. Will watch the WNBA.
D. Will, you gotta watch the WNBA, and I saw they talking about it more alphabets around there. That ain't not. It's a lot of them, but your star players are really not alphabet ball players. You got Paige Becker, she won maybe so, but Asia Wilson is not. Caitlin Clark is not. Nafisa Carrier is not. I can go down the list. Sabrina Ionescu is not. You got they actually have some decent, good competition when they playing ball with each other. It's not just the game over. I just give it up. They actually play hard and they are physical. You know, some of the NBA guys. I ain't saying they better than the NBA guys, but I think they play more physical brand ball. And they play more team ball than the NBA guys. The NBA guys, they go out there. Okay, I'm gonna get my stats, and then everybody else y'all catch up. But the women play more team ball than the men. And I know go ahead.
That ain't work for me. Great. Listen, you did a great job, but hell nah. Listen, I'm just saying, like I it's not even the alphabet that drives me. Now, the off the court antics, I can't stand that, right? Like that pushes me away from the sport. And I think, and I believe everybody would agree with me, like Han said, the Angel Reese Caitlin Clark feud drove women's college basketball, right? And I really don't know if they can recreate that success by just having good players, because their good players are not good enough to entertain, right? Like Caitlin Clark shooting, going 2 for 12 from 36 feet every night. It's not entertaining, right? Like I don't want to see Caitlin Clark shoot a bunch of 30-footers, right? On a fast break. That's not basketball. Me as somebody, and even somebody who's watching, that doesn't, like, the NBA is good because it has explosive plays. It has exciting plays. WNBA will never, ever be able to give you that. And my thing is, the basketball is one part, the entertainment part is another part. And until they can fix the entertainment part, which I don't think they'll ever be able to do, it's gonna be tough for them.
Well, D. Will, I'm gonna say this: you the next time I hear from you, you will be watching the WNBA. I'm just gonna let it be known. Look what I'm saying. You will be watching the WNBA. Look at what I'm saying, and it's a little shiny thing waving, or else. I know how to get to you in Alabama. That's all I got to say. I know how to find you because I got relatives all through Alabama. And when I hear D. Will, I know D. Will is a popular man in Alabama. And if I know you popular as you are, they'll point me in the right direction. And all of a sudden, you're gonna be doing your podcast, which is seen all around everywhere. And all of a sudden, this is the last thing you're gonna see. That's all I can say. Watch the game, D. Will, or else I don't want to hear nothing else.
Hey,
D. Will,
listen, who on tonight? Who on tonight?
Teams. I don't know.
Right now, LA and Atlanta are playing right now in Chicago and Connecticut.
I want y'all to know, I'm not unfamiliar with the WNBA, right? Because like I say, I'm a basketball purist. I don't have to watch it to even get the information and retain it. right? Like I'm cool with watching the Connecticut Sun play somebody, right? Now I'm gonna tell you, this did disappoint me. I was watching a workout video the other day of Angel McCoughtry. Jesus Christ! Like we're saying that's one of the best players in your league. Lord have mercy.
Angel Reese.
Nah, McCoughtry. Did she used to play for the Dreams?
She used to, yeah. She don't play no more.
But here's my point. Y'all saying that's one of the best players to ever play in the. No, bro. I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't get down with that. I can't do it.
I didn't say she's one of the best players. Some people may.
I'm saying people did. The consensus. She was one of the faces of the WNBA.
D-Will, could it be that you have grown up watching such great basketball? Your big brother played basketball. You was infused in Alabama Basketball University. You grew up in the SEC where they had in the ACC. Could it be that you have gotten so spoiled with watching great basketball growing up that it's hard not to compare the entertainment of what you grew up seeing to what you are translating into seeing now?
So you asked me, do I have a bias? Maybe. I think we all have unconscious biases, right? But I will say this. My oldest brother played at Georgia Southern, right? He went to Georgia Southern and played basketball. My other brother played at Alabama, as y'all know. I played college basketball myself, junior college level at Shelby. So, and I've coached basketball for a lot of years on the high school level. And I've watched a lot of girls basketball. I can't stomach it, bro. I'm not saying it's not good players. It's the brand of basketball that I just cannot get down with. And then now that they get to the WNBA level and the alphabet community, like that's the turnoff on the entertainment end. And then the brand of basketball, pace of play, style of play. Like I could watch a Paige Beckers, but I'm gonna be honest, bro, I can't stand watching Caitlin Clark play. I can't.
Really? Why?
No. She thinks she's a female Steph Curry. Bro, I'm not a huge fan of the way Steph Curry plays. I'm just not. That I'm not saying he's not great at what he does, but that brand of basketball does not tickle my fancy. Like for hand, college basketball, the lack of knowing players, the lack of people, I got that for the WNBA. That's how I feel. Like it's hard for me to find anything within that sport that's going to draw me to it.
Yeah. When I watch Caitlin play, I think it's a little overblown on that she's just a gunner. Because when I watch her, she feels a stat sheet. Her head is up. She makes timely passes. Now she will turn the ball over. Don't get me wrong, because
just say
she's kind of in there. Yeah, she turns it over, but she's gonna have like 8 assists. She's gonna have 8 or 9 rebounds, and she's gonna have 15 to 17, 18 points. So I agree with you on as far as turn the ball over. But if you're running the floor, if you got your head up, and she will get you that basketball. So,
but here's the thing,
she's
nobody's running the floor.
I like
nobody's
running the floor for her. Yeah, I mean, Kelsey Mitchell, and others, they run the floor. We see that. Yeah, she runs the floor. You have to go. Go ahead.
In the WNBA, tell me, you got to be honest. The pace of play in the WNBA is horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah, you only have a couple of teams that will push it up and down the floor. And she will. I mean, when she's on the floor with her girls, and guys, some of them might be guys. I ain't gonna say that. Some with her girls, they get up and down. They get up and down the floor. That was wrong. 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 But I mean, you got certain teams that will push it and get up and down the floor. So I agree with you. All of the pace of play is not there. It's a brand of basketball that you have to stomach sometimes. I agree. It turnovers it's like kind of lackadaisical like passes. Right. A lot of things go on. It is. Yeah, and that's what I mean. Yeah, you're gonna be some crash dummy stuff where they're gonna run into each other, and I mean it's gonna happen. Some wigs gonna come off, things like that. It's just gonna happen. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, they it's gonna happen, D-Will. Some wins gonna come off, things gonna happen. And you cannot, the one thing I say about this game, it's hard. You have to watch what you bet on because we as men are built different from women. And they have these times of the month that they go through. And you can see for 5 or 6, if they play back to back sometime, and it might be that time, their game and if you could, I promise you, if you could understand when that cycle up, you probably could make some money because you could bet against it. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, because they might be cramping or whatever. I mean, it's the truth. It sounds harsh, but that's the realism. If you could understand, if they got somebody inside saying, "Hey, this her time," you might want tonight. She ain't gonna play well. I promise you, D-Will, you can make some money if you get with the right trainers and know what's happening with them girls. I promise you.
I'm with you on that. And the thing that I really, really, really want to focus in on, and I don't want to get too long into just smashing these women, but like I really believe that I'm gonna say it like this. Outside of track and field, name me one successful professional female sport.
Soccer.
That's a world sport.
Like you said,
but here's my thing, Coach. That ain't popular in the USA.
No.
And they just got a women's soccer league, and nobody watches.
I don't know. They have some pretty good crowds at the game.
But no, you letting your aesthetics, what you see, confuse you. I'm talking about what actually is happening. Like nobody watches female soccer. Nobody watches the WNBA. Softball just now about to get a league. The only sport we'll watch is volleyball, and y'all know why.
Joe, stop the broadcast. D will use the school word. Stop. D use the school word. Talking about aesthetics. Ain't trying to about aesthetics. He used the school word. Stop the broadcast.
He said, don't they score almost 100 points with 8 less minutes? That's because they don't play no defense. I'm not a person that I think basketball is good when they score a lot of points. I don't believe that. I believe basketball is better when it's balanced, when you got great defensive play, when you got great offensive play, when you got great coaching, you got great strategizing. That's when the game is good, just not when somebody going out there jacking 30-footers, scoring 100 points. Nobody want to see that. I don't. That's just me. Somebody else might want to see that, but in my opinion, you can keep that.
Okay, there's a comment in the chat.
That's an individual sport. That's an individual sport. Professional team sport. Of course, an individual sport is easy, but there's not one successful professional team sport in the United States. It's just not. Find one. And it's a reason for that.
You say as far as women is concerned?
Yeah, as far as women, name me one successful professional women's sports league in the United States. Not one. Like I say, softball just now in their first or second year of professional sports. Volleyball, I don't even think they have a professional sports league. If they do, they're just now starting it. Soccer, nobody watching. MLS soccer just started. Professional league, women's soccer. What they're in year 2 or 3? They're not very deep in how long they've been invented. So my point is, nobody watches female sports past the college level. It just doesn't happen. There's no interest in it from the casual sports fan. And we know the casual sports fan is the 24 to 44-year-old white man. Keep it real. That is the casual sports fan, is 24 to 44-year-old white man. Ain't no 24 to 44-year-old white man watching no professional women's sports league where a lot of the women act like men. And I'm not saying that's the reason they don't watch. They don't watch because it's not a entertaining brand of sport. It's just not, bro. It's just not.
What about lingerie football?
Nobody watches that because they don't take it serious. That's just perfect.
Gymnastics.
Gymnastics is still individual. Even though you collect points for your team, it's still an individual sport.
And that's every 4 years.
No, it's not.
Exactly.
No. I mean, they go through the whole time, but the world, we don't really get involved with gymnastics until the year of the Olympics. And then we start trying to figure out who's on the team and who's got the best chance to win.
And when they make the team, when we heard about Gabby Douglas and Simone Biles, bro, we didn't know who they were until we knew who they were.
Yeah. Can't say.
And that's a great point. That's the issue right there. That's a great point. Women don't watch women's sports. That's the issue.
Same thing with track and field. Same thing with track and field. Unfortunately, we don't, Americans anyway. Now, granted, other places of the world, but as far as to D. Will's point, in America, we don't really watch track and field until it's the year of the Olympics, and or it is we don't watch track and field as a whole. We don't watch track and field until it's the year of the Olympics, and or you get what just happened about a month ago. You get the world championships, and then
on our soil.
Yeah, and then we don't even tune in until it's the 100-yard dash. You know what I mean? Just 2 or 3 things. So I see where D. Will's coming from. I ain't got no argument to push back on it. He hitting about 100 on that.
Right? It's just women's sports. They don't translate to American sports fans. It just doesn't happen. Professionally, like college, you have camaraderie.
Yeah.
But the Dream win the championship this year, though, H.O.
Over the top 10 in college football this week. They go win the championship.
H.O., even though D. Will ain't going to see it, the Dream going to win championship this year.
Hey man, listen. I'm gonna do it, man. Let's get us a day, man, and let's have an SRT day at an Atlanta Dream game, and I come to Atlanta for that.
With time running out, I'll look it up and see what's going on.
Y'all know, but y'all don't want to sit with me. I'm gonna complain the whole time.
long as we ain't throwing out no hot dogs, we good.
Hey, Ohio State 1, Penn State 2, LSU 3, Georgia 4, Miami 5, Oregon 6, Texas 7, Clemson 8, Notre Dame 9, and South Carolina 10. Anybody disagreeing or have an AP poll top 25? I mean, top 10 now.
Where was Georgia ranked last week?
4.
So they stayed at 4. Okay. I feel like if you're going to have all these big time games week 1, week 0, I feel like and you just happen to be Georgia this week, but if you are Georgia and you play Marshall or who Penn State played. Penn State didn't play somebody big either. I just feel like if you're requiring all these teams to play a harder schedule, and in week 1 you don't play that schedule, I feel like teams like Miami should be above Georgia. You get what I'm saying? So, so granted, we got the whole year to work this out. I get it, but from face value, why is Georgia above Miami when Miami played Notre Dame? And so why should Georgia get the benefit of the doubt by playing Marshall? And so, like, we already having the same argument about where teams should be at starting at the beginning of the year that we always have, but I feel like it's an easy fix. Georgia should be 5. And then based on who Oregon played, if Oregon played a tougher team than Georgia, maybe Georgia should be 6. Yes, that means they would have dropped 2 spots. But you played Marshall, who you had a 45-point spread on. 45-point spread.
I agree.
Come on. You should not be able to stay at 4. You should be able to, I'm not saying they should go from 4 to 7 or whatever, but you should be able to drop a couple of spots if Miami and Oregon played a harder schedule week 1.
And Texas losing at Ohio State by 7 points, they shouldn't fall off.
Correct.
You know, like I don't think the rankings are quantified by week to week. I really don't. Right?
Yeah.
I really believe the preseason rankings have way too much bearing on the rankings throughout the season. Right? There's nobody actually like legitimately breaking down these teams and ranking them by how good they are and by their strength of schedule. It's about, well, they were 4 at the beginning of the season. They hadn't lost, even though they ain't played nobody. We can't really drop them. Yes, you can.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
You can. And that's the issue with college football and the ranking system as a whole, especially the AP. And we know the AP really doesn't matter. But people say that. But when it comes time to picking those 12 teams, what's the reference that they use? The AP. And they say they don't use the AP. We do it all off our own. But how you going to have Ohio State won and they lost the game, but you got them there because the AP had them there, right? So, like, they got Alabama at 21. The AP has Alabama at 21. I don't give a damn. If the 12-team playoff was to come out today, Alabama would be about 14. Yeah. They would be. Just because the people in that room are going to say, oh, I ain't really watched them play, but that's Alabama. I got to put them up there. They ain't lost but 1-2 games all year. They deserve to be here. Like, and I disagree with that, bro. I'm with you on that, Asa. I think they should. I think the ranking should be more fluid. And do I have an issue with anything in the top 10? Not really, because none of it actually matters.
And it should be easier to be fluid now, Ho. It should be easier to be fluid now because you know you got the 12-team playoff. So you shouldn't have to have the pressure of maybe keeping somebody up higher than they should be because you have the playoff. You're not fighting for 4 spots. You got 12 spots. So it shouldn't be nobody should be able to say, oh, Miami after this week is ranked number 4 and Georgia dropped a spot or 2 and be like, why? Well, Georgia played Marshall and Miami played Notre Dame, who's a top 10 team. And everybody will keep on moving.
And here's the thing, Asa. They do it, but it's selective. Alabama lost to an unranked Florida State team, right? You dropped them 13 spots. However, the team they lost to at home, you moved to 14.
14, yeah.
Like, so if you're telling me that's the 14th best team and I lost to them at home by 14 points, how the hell am I dropping to 21 from 8? Like, that makes absolutely no sense to me. You're fluid. You're fluid when it's convenient for you to be fluid.
Be fluid,
right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like that's why the AP is so irrelevant, but it has so much relevancy, if that makes sense.
Yep. Yeah, I'm with you.
All right, real quick, let's jump into some baller buses and bus stop then, just to kind of breathe a little bit. Hancock said his phone overheating. He'll be back once it's cool out.
He must got that iPhone. He got that iPhone 11. He got that. Coach, hold on, Coach. You can't say Metro because you know at some point SRT might need Metro for some sponsorship. Okay. So we can't say Metro, but we can. But we can say he got an iPhone 11 though.
Nah, and you know what he got, Asa? And you know what he got? He got that Obama phone.
With the big screen in the
he got a BlackBerry
with the scroll bar on the side. Hey, listen, do not leave the SRT show. You're gonna get roasted.
All right, man. Baller this week. I'm going with I got to go with the Atlanta Dream, to be honest with you. Atlanta Dream surprised the folk, man, and they're right now tied with the Aces for the third spot for the playoffs. So right now they be in the third spot going into the playoffs. Well, we didn't even think they had a shot at the beginning of the season. So shout out to the Atlanta Dream for getting the Atlanta sports fan back into the groove of things because the Braves suck. And
do they? The Braves no good this year?
Huh?
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I don't watch baseball.
They picking him up early on Labor Day. Trash.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I
that's
don't
my
watch.
ball.
Yeah, I don't watch baseball. So
All right, Ace, go ahead, give me your baller.
Oh man, I'm gonna get on the boat with you with the dream because like everybody had them. Everybody that a good season this year would have been them just making the playoffs, but to have them in the top 3 spot going into the playoffs is quite an achievement. That, and then I'm gonna tip my hat to I mean, we talked about it at full, but I'm gonna tip my hat to Florida State week 1. We'll see how this continues on, but to be a double-digit underdog, to have the season they had last year, to really be written off, and for them to come out and not just win the game. It's one thing to win, 24-21, the ball bounces your way, things of that nature. If you sat down and watched that game as it progressed, it was like, oh, I'm seeing cats getting pancaked. I'm seeing running backs carry jokers 3, 4, 5 yards after contact. I'm seeing just in this game. I'm not trying to dump on Alabama. I'm just saying what I saw. I'm seeing basically Florida State pointing to where they will run the ball and run it there. You know what I mean? So, you got to tip your hat off to them, especially for what they went through the last year and the year before, which I think carried over into last year as well, on how they got, gypped at being in the playoffs. That's a coaching problem.
Enough is enough now.
Hey, listen. He got 2 more. He got 2 more games. He will have to deal with this because I don't think there's no fixing. There's no fixing stopping the run once teams already know you can run the ball on you. It's hard to stop it. It's a leaky boat. That's we'll see. But those are my 2 things.
Coach.
Huh?
Give me your baller.
Lee Corso.
Oh yeah.
How can you argue Lee Corso going undefeated his last week of picking?
Yeah, man. To the Yeah.
That's good. Should have jumped on that for sure. Good call, Coach.
Good.
And then I got to give it up to people. Talk about black bands, the HBCU bands, and everything. How they do their performance. Ohio State band spelled out Corso. Come on, man. How can you argue with something like that? They spelled the man's name out before the game while they were doing Come on.
Ohio State's always had a band though that everybody could watch now. They've always had that band. They'll go against anybody in the in HBCU country and hold their own. So they one of the few PWI schools who bands are the truth.
All right, D-Will, what you got?
Man, that Lee Corso call was on point because, like I said, he did go 6-0 his final weekend. But my baller is kind of opposite of that. My baller is game day for finally getting rid of Lee Corso. I'm just saying, like it's been too long, bro. Like they should have did this 5 years ago.
You just should.
They should have did it 5 years ago. Let's keep it real. Like y'all it should have been done a long time ago. I never thought they were gonna actually do it, but for them to actually pull the plug and be like, hey man, we gotta move on. And I think that was possible to be done because of Nick Saban, right? They're hoping Nick Saban can take on that role on that desk as the coach, the one who can break down the X's and O's, the one who can give you the insight into the locker room and to preparation. All the things that Lee Corso did, even though Lee Corso he wasn't in the beginning big personality like that. He morphed into that over the years as his stature in the in college football group. He turned into more of an entertaining figure. So I believe that. So I'm gonna give game day the baller for actually moving on from Lee Corso, because for a lot of years it looked like they just were not able or willing to do so.
All right, Hancock back. We got your ballers. You got your baller ready?
Yeah. Well, D. Will, I'm sorry. You might want to mute me right now. But my baller has to go to FSU and quarterback Tommy Castellanos for calling his shot, and he's right. Nick Saban wasn't walking through that door, and he wasn't there to help him, and he knew that. I mean, it's a good time to catch power teams or teams that are touted to be, favorites or whatever. Catch them early in the season before they get rolling, before they understand what they have, or before they really can validate the confidence that the public and that the school, that the media and all has in them. It was a perfect storm. Florida State had nothing to lose, man. They had nothing to lose. He had nothing to lose by saying it. What if he goes out there and Alabama beats them 40-3? Him saying what he said, it didn't matter, because people came into that with the understanding that Bama was a 14 to 20 point favorite against them. That's basically what I thought. I thought, like I said before, I thought they had more trouble getting off the bus, but it didn't happen that way. So anyway, my baller goes to Florida State. One of the biggest wins we've had as a program in a while, man. And I hope we can build on it. It's been tough being, a Florida State fan and a Cowboy fan recently. So I'll take 1 for 2. We'll see what happens tomorrow night. But right now, I'm good. So my baller goes to Florida State.
I thought you were going to give it to Gus Malzahn because he the one deserve it. He whooped.
Well, I mean, he's part of the program. He gets a little bit. He gets a lot. He gets a lot.
He whooped us.
Yeah.
Just Castellano didn't have a great game. He made key plays. He made key plays.
But D. Will, that's what he has to do. Like, he has to hit those shots. Like, he hit that deep pass to Squirrel Wright early in the game. He hit 12 on that swing pattern, or that little swing route that went for like 60 yards. He can't miss those. Those are key. Yeah, when he hits those, if he hits those and keeps the chains moving, he has to hit those home run balls. But the key he has to do is make sure he converts on those third downs. Keep driving.
He did that.
And that's what he does.
He did that.
All right, so now we got Buster time. Then we got your boy stop. So if your Buster and Boss start similar, just pick one, and then we'll go with the other one. My Buster this week goes out to what's the young lady name who had a problem with losing in the tennis match against Thomas?
I can't pronounce her name, but I agree with you.
Yep.
Yeah, she get my Buster award, and I'm thinking we could probably all get in the. I might need to get a van for us to get in the car with that one.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, I can put that one on there too, because that was what I was gonna say.
All right.
You know what I'm saying.
Yeah. When you tell somebody they ain't got no education, come on now.
I'm on the we're gonna slide the door open, let coach get in, we all can get in that one. Yeah, I'm on that one too.
All right.
I agree with you, but I ain't on that.
Yeah, I got one vote too. Yeah.
Kalen DeBoer. Kalen DeBoer.
Yeah.
All right.
You want to elaborate?
Enough said, huh? Go ahead.
All right. My Buster goes out to the national media who did everything they could to come and coddle the Manning family and say everything that was wrong except Arch Manning. I heard this Dan Orlovsky. I am so sick and tired of hearing him. And I know we shouldn't even be giving him credit for even being on. But for him, for what he did, Dan Orlovsky to come on and do all kind of pretzel bends and all kind of backwards somersault, trying to defend Arch Manning when Arch Manning missed wide open people. He wide open people, threw behind people. Mm-hmm. Everything that he said that people were covered, I heard a real Shedeur Sanders for. I hear him say that he didn't get rid of the ball fast enough, that he didn't go down to his check down, that he didn't see the open man. All that. Everything they say that he didn't do right, I saw Arch do the same thing. But I can't. There's only one media personality that I heard go in and tell the truth, not counting the fringe people, but I'm talking about the people that are on the national college football level, and that was Desmond Howard. And Desmond Howard put the fire to that butt. He said he missed people. He said he's heard these people talk about that what Matt Patricia did and disguising and all that. He said, man, that kid missed a lot of open people. He said, yeah, it was 3 or 4 plays where he was nowhere to go to football, but he missed people. He didn't go through his progressions. His footwork was nasty, a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. So kudos to Desmond Howard for having the guts to come out and say it. But my buster goes to all these people who would not tell the truth and tell the truth about this Manning kid who played at a AA school in Louisiana that they don't even want to talk about. His high school was AA. But they want to talk about he's transcended and he's his talent when he play against inferior competition. And my point on it has always been, when you can't beat out Quinn Ewers, who is not a legit NFL quarterback, for 2 years, he couldn't beat him out. He could not beat out him. After Ewers got hurt, they put Manning back in. And when Ewers got well, they took Manning back out and put it back in. That's why I kept telling people, I want to see him play. He was like a myth. This dude is, he like Greek mythology. We didn't know what was going on. And when we saw it, I didn't see nothing special. Go ahead.
I totally agree with everything you just said. But I'm going to tell you, I think him not playing those first 2 years was strategic by the Manning family. We know how they can strategize, i.e. Eli Manning, right? I believe they strategized him not to play his first 2 years, right? I know Texas would have played him if the Mannings would have came and said, hey, we want him on the field, right? He never goes to Texas if they don't have the ability to pull the strings, right? So I honestly believe that his first 2 years, I think we all know he's better than Quinn Ewers, right? We know that for a fact.
I hope so.
His pedigree makes him better than that, right? We saw him start 2 games last year. Granted, they were at home, right? He played very well. Let's not act like we had never seen him play well, but we never seen him in that type of pressure atmosphere. Like you said, he came from a small-time high school in Louisiana, right? He's never been on that big, huge stage. But I really, truly believe that it was strategic by the Manning family to not have him take the criticism and the punishment that he would have taken those first 2 years, play your 3rd year, play 1 year, go to the NFL as a Trump draft pick. I believe that was their strategy. However, it backfired in game 1.
Well, I want to see him be better than Ewers. Like I said, at least Ewers, we know Texas football is different. Ewers played in Texas high school football and was one of the best in, at least we know he played competition. I don't know about Manning. A jury out for me. I got to see it, man.
I'm with you. Like I said,
Ryan Clark, he had a good take too. Ryan Clark did as well.
Yeah, I just don't get down with him.
Yeah. All right, my boy stop for the week is the Shannon Sharpe and Ray Lewis beef. There are certain things.
Lord.
There's certain things in a relationship that should remain out of the media. Point blank. Period. Mm-hmm. If you don't like the way somebody is doing something or like the way somebody's getting their bag, then it's not for you. Matter of fact, then when he got interviewed, he didn't even ask him to go that deep. He just asked him was Shannon, did you see Shannon getting into the media?
But big homie, you know what this was about. You remember Shannon was kind of critical of Ray Lewis about Ray not kneeling and how Ray handled all that thing that was going on with Black Lives Matter. See, Ray was kind of like, well, we need to look past this and not support this.
Ray had to play that card though, Hancock. He had to play that.
I got you. I understand what you're saying. But remember, Shannon was still on well with Stewart, whatever that white boy name was.
Skip Bayless, yeah.
And they had Ray on there, and Shannon was kind of grilling him then. But see, this is the point. This was Ray's get back, and he took that shot. He saw that soft spot, and he took that sword, and he got it. And that's what it is. And Shannon knew it. To Shannon's credit, he didn't call Ray by name from what I saw, and he was like, they kick you when you're down, and he was like, okay, I'm gonna be bigger than that. I'm gonna leave it alone. But this was Ray Lewis' time to get back at Shannon for what he felt Shannon did to him.
Hey, Shannon's in a precarious spot right now because he has turned into a media personality, and with that, you have to have differences of opinions than you do as a player, right? And you also have to. You're really putting yourself out there for criticism and for scrutiny, right? Like people are gonna dig into your life. Mm-hmm. Ray Lewis is. Y'all brace yourself. Ray Lewis is a hater. Ray Lewis has always been a hater. If you go back and listen, Ray Lewis is a hater that uses God as his crutch to make it seem like he's not hating. Like, oh, I'm being passionate and telling the truth because I always inflict God into everything I say. Bro, you're just a hater using God as a crutch, right?
Well, he found God after he somehow got out of that case down here in Atlanta. So he had always been with the Lord personified like he is now.
Now all of a sudden you're also all of a sudden holier than thou, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't agree with everything that Shannon does, but Shannon, like when you start getting when your bags start getting to a certain level, bro,
people gonna come for you.
They're gonna come for you, and you have to act different, right? Mm-hmm. You can't do the same thing once you reach a certain level. Like you gotta go deeper. Like after the Cat Williams interview, he got to find something else. So he has to say stuff. He has to do stuff. He has to be controversial to keep his status in the media. So Ray Lewis, I'm not all for what Shannon does. I understand it because everybody's sitting here. We all hover in that space that Shannon's in, and we all want to get to that next level to where he's getting to. Ray Lewis, in my point, is just not the person to say it.
Yeah, especially with the winning the Super Bowl together and things of that nature. And
he a hater, dog. I mean, he a hater.
He was Shannon was there for you, and when you needed him most, when you were going through that situation in Atlanta with the murder trial. And
Asa said it though. Somebody picked up that phone and was like, "Hey man, you got to say something about Shannon Sharpe," and he said it.
Mm-hmm. He got a game to play. He's always put himself in a situation where now he got a game to play so that we don't talk about what H.O. just said about what went down here in 96 or not 96 right.
He ain't in jail. 96, he ain't in jail, but he handcuffed.
Yeah.
Handcuffed.
No, handcuffed. My bad. Coach called it handcuffed. My bad, Coach. I was a little slow on that one. You got that one off. My bad.
And then you got to realize how the people gave Ray Lewis grace for him to get to that level that he is now. People gave him grace, and if you ask them YNs what happened to Ray Lewis back in the day, they couldn't even tell you.
Right. Well, they probably couldn't tell you who Ray Lewis was.
Yeah,
they don't even know who he is.
Exactly.
So irrelevant. And like I say, he's a hater, and it's some jealousy there, bro. It's some jealousy that he got with Shannon Sharpe.
But I'm like, bro, the grace that he gave, the grace that everybody gave you, why can't you give him that grace? And if you walking with who you say you walking with, it ain't got to say nothing at all.
Yeah, he ain't got to say nothing at all. Yep, he ain't got to say nothing at all.
And if you do want to say something, pick up the phone and call that man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's what should happen. That's it right there, D-Will.
Yep.
But I told you, this is about get back. This was about get back at Shannon, and he did it.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, anybody else got some bus stops?
I got two. I'm gonna combine them together though.
Go ahead.
And we gonna see it all year long. and the whole Dallas situation with the trade. I mean, with the trade of Parsons or whatever. What is Michael Irvin doing? He looked the fool talking with he looked the fool. My bad, Hancock. No doubt. He looked the fool talking with Jerry on his Zoom call. That wasn't the popular Zoom call because the distortion was so bad. And then 4 days later, look a fool down at Hard Rock Cafe. Man, you trying to take the shine away from the boys who won this game? Go in the booth and sit down somewhere. You know what I mean? Go in the stand or whatever. But you on the field. I mean, it was a couple of times I felt like if the
he had a full sweat.
I felt a couple of times if the refs want to throw a flag for interference, you on the field, they probably could have. So I just felt like, calm down. He gonna have a heart attack on the field one of these days on the sideline.
Y'all gotta go watch his club Shay Shay.
Y'all gotta leave the playmaker alone. He's a playmaker.
First of all, Asa, you missed the most important part. Back,
which is
cut your hair, dog. That one gold
Go
back to the
watch
short
the
haircut,
Shannon
dog.
Sharp interview. Go watch it, bro. Like, listen, Michael Irvin touched Shannon Sharp 500 times in an hour. 500. Like, he couldn't sit down. Like, if I know cocaine when I see it.
I just want to say that sound like cocaine, baby. That sound like that. He hitting that. He hitting that white horse. That's that white horse, baby. That's that.
I'm sorry. He either on cocaine or he on 500 milligrams of Adderall. One or the other.
Boy,
and then the other. And the other person that's gonna get big game hunting all year long is gonna be Bill Belichick. They're gonna big game hunt him the rest of the season.
Getting hunted.
Every coach that go up against North Carolina gonna put Belichick head on their wall. I beat them worse than TCU. And whoever North Carolina, they play Charlotte next week. Charlotte might give them a game for their money. But when they get into the thick of the ACC, Dabo, you think Dabo fussing with Kelly now at LSU? Wait till he cut off the head of Belichick. Wait till he cut his head off. Woo!
Hey, real quick, let's go around the horn on this. Who had the worst weekend? Belichick, Alabama, or Arch Manning?
Ooh, boy. Dang.
Belichick. When you got Mia Hamm, Michael Jordan, Lawrence Taylor, Roy Williams, and everybody that looked like a North Carolina alumni, a famous alumni, sitting there on
a Monday night.
It wasn't no that boo is a debut on your debut, and then you go out there and that happens. The only thing you can say is we'll play better next time and get away from the microphone. That's all he had to say. We'll play better next time.
Yeah, because I mean, you know, Arch Manning gonna play better next week. You know, Alabama gonna play better next week. I don't know if North Carolina can play better next week.
I think I was agreeing. I think at first I was like, I don't know, Coach, but I think I agree with you. The only thing that gives me cause to pause is that Du Bois' seat is so hot in Alabama. I don't know. Maybe one thing can keep that off. He got to beat Auburn for sure, and maybe make the SEC title game. But he gotta. His seat is hot. Yeah. I don't think Belichick's seat ain't hot.
He has to make the 12-team playoff. He has to.
So to back you up on that one, Hancock. Everybody who coached this name that was there Monday night. Everybody except for Lawrence Taylor could cut a $1 million check today and buy out Belichick. I don't who gonna cut that check to buy out the boy.
Ain't nobody.
70 million compared to 70 compared to 10 million.
Yeah. The three scariest words. Hey man. The three scariest words to Kalen is GoFundMe. If they do it, go cut me, he gone.
Yeah, but
Oh yeah.
the problem with Kalen DeBoer is he's in Tuscaloosa. I saw him kill the trees in Tuma's Corner. They ain't got no problem in doing something nefarious to that man. I promise you, they ain't down there to lose. He might resign.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you like this, hand. If he continues to go the route he going, I suggest he don't go eat nowhere in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, nowhere. Yeah.
Yep. We're gonna have a flu game.
Listen, Alabama fans do damage to themselves, so I already know what they'll do.
But we don't play.
Yeah, it's dangerous down there, man. You can't keep losing, man.
He got listen. It's so bad that Monday night on my show, y'all know on my show, I only talk high school and college basketball. Bro, I had 20 minutes where I was talking about Kalen DeBoer. No joke.
You go.
So,
who had the most?
Go ahead.
Who had the most impressive weekend? LSU, Florida State, or Ohio State? The most impressive weekend.
LSU.
Yeah. I even with the big win at Alabama, I think it's LSU going into that Junior Death Valley and beating them at their place. I think that was the most impressive win. I have to give that. I'll go with that. Going into Clemson. Yeah.
Going LSU too. What about you?
I'll go LSU because Kelly outcoached Dabo. Because remember I was saying before, week 1 or week 0, however you want to say it. No, but listen, coach. I just said the defense comes to play. It's the easiest thing week 1. You shouldn't be. That's why Alabama seemed so bad, because the defense wasn't ready to play. So defense is the easiest. It is something about getting your offense into a rhythm, getting your quarterback. No quarterback week 1 looked really good, to be honest with you. And we named earlier all the big name guys look horrible. So it's something.
What about South Carolina? South Carolina's quarterback.
No. Yeah, he looked good, but you know what he did? Know what they did with him? They ran him a whole lot. He only had 3 throws he needed to make in that game. Most of his big plays were with his feet. You know what I mean? And then so everything in South Carolina was beamer ball. He is his daddy's son in South Carolina now. I'm gonna get a touchdown, whether it be defense or special teams.
Special teams, yeah.
Check. My defense is gonna play field position. Check. And my quarterback is not going to lose me the game, but he's going to make more than enough plays to have me in it. Check. So you know what I mean?
I got you.
But in LSU, that was some coaching that Kelly had to do, which we didn't think that he was going to be able, especially opening week. I think he opening week, his record is like 1-4, 2-5, something like that. Like he has a losing record week 1
but still,
at LSU.
Yeah, but still what you're saying with that, his thing is calling card is offense. He brought in defensive people to, because LSU, they put the ball in the end zone. The key to them was getting defense. And their defense held Clemson. Yeah, they couldn't stop anybody. Even when they had the Heisman Trophy winner, they were having to score 50 points to even win the game.
Yeah.
But they won a game 17-10 this past weekend and shut out a guy who's a Heisman contender, supposedly. So to me,
honest,
I think the defense.
LSU. Clemson's a better football team than LSU. Right? Like, but LSU coming out and winning that football game on the road, man, you got to give them the credit. Because let's be honest, I still think Clemson's a better football. Like, Clemson probably could have been the #1 team in the country preseason on paper, right? But like for LSU to win that football game on the road says a lot.
Yeah, it does. Hey, D-Will, before we get into our SRT fun bag for the last time before football season, I got to ask you this to make sure you're not rusty with your sport. Name me your top 5 running backs in the SEC of all time.
SEC top 5 all time, all the way back to like the 80s and stuff?
Yeah, this is the top 5. Your top 5 all time.
Your top 5 all time that you've seen.
Oh man,
he gonna be Dylon.
You already know it's Derrick Henry, it's Mark Ingram, it's Trent Richardson, it's Herschel Walker.
Okay,
and,
got a Georgia boy.
Yeah, and that's 4, and then Leonard Fournette.
Bo Jackson.
Okay.
No Bo Jackson, no George Rogers.
Brian finna name nobody from no damn Auburn.
I already told you. You gonna do Dylon. I already know.
I'm gonna say Auburn? No, I'm not. No.
Can't do that.
I get Herschel Walker, but he ain't getting no more than that.
He do got to do a show back at home. You know what I mean? He don't want to be on that same bus with the bus.
You ain't gonna have my phone ringing like, you really did say Bo Jackson? Not me. You ain't finna set me up.
No. When your show, D. Will, to make the call, I'm coming. You ain't gonna bother you. I can't call that. Shut up, y'all.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah, we on tomorrow night. Hey, Big H.O., we making you a shirt before you get to what you finna get to. We making you a shirt. Breezy got you a shirt coming. And I want y'all to we gotta trademark it because it's fire. Okay. We call Big H.O. the Pod Father. Because he got us all started in this podcast game. So we call him the Pod Father. We say every show, we say shout out Big H.O., the Pod Father. We got you a shirt.
My man. Absolutely. I appreciate it. For sure. All right. So my last question before we get to this fun bag. Who had the most impact in college football with these 3 guys? Cam Newton, Johnny Manziel, or Tim Tebow?
Cam Newton. All right.
Rank them.
I'm hoping everybody agree with that.
Yeah.
I think everybody. But can you rank them? We ain't gonna say who had it. We just rank
Cam,
them. Rank
Tebow,
them.
Manziel.
Okay. Yeah.
And give me a reason why.
Cam had the greatest year of any college football player in the history of college football. Tim Tebow was probably the most recognizable and probably the best college football player to ever play college football. And Johnny Manziel was the most polarizing.
Okay. Simply put, that was nice. I can appreciate your honesty on that. So if anybody call your phone about that, then they need to get checked.
Well, here's the thing. I'm a Cam Newton fan, so you ain't finna get me on Cam. Like I rocks with Cam. Like to be honest, even though we was up 28-7 at half, and he came back and turned into freaking Superman. Like Cam Newton that year at Auburn, that's probably the greatest football I've probably ever seen in my life from an individual.
Yeah. He ranks up there.
Yeah, I got the fun bag going across. I see the people coming in. They ready for the fun bag course, so I got to get it to them. This is the last shot of the fun bag, so here we go. The first question. What movie you keep saying that you're going to see, but you still haven't seen? I'm going to repeat the question. What movie you keep saying that you're going to see, but you still haven't seen?
Fantastic.
I'm gonna go with the latest what you call it, man? Final Destination. Okay. Keep saying I want to watch it, but I just hadn't did it yet.
No, thank you.
I'm gonna go with you, Coach. I'm gonna go. You say it, Coach. You said it earlier.
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four.
Yep.
And you Asa, you say Fantastic Four as well?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Coach. The most recent movie out there that I was like, let me check it out. I haven't checked out Fantastic Four. So.
All right.
Yeah, I ain't gonna never see that.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna see that either. I'm good on that. I watch enough Incredible Hulk, old school, so I'm good.
All right.
Okay, this is something that's gonna be fun. What is something you want to get off your chest?
Asa, I got something to get off my chest. I just gonna be honest with you. You already know this, but I'm gonna get it off my chest anyway. I can't stand a damn Auburn fan. I can't stand y'all. I just listen. We understand we not what we used to be, but y'all ain't never been what we were. So stop talking to me about it.
So you know the funny thing is what Alabama fans don't want to understand is we live rent free in their head. Because I ain't said after Alabama lost, I really didn't go after nobody on social media. I ain't like you said, HO, you left the colleague alone. I ain't go after nobody on social media. And here come an Alabama fan. Can't help themselves. But we better than Auburn because we live rent free in your head. We understand. You know what I mean? It's like,
y'all
you know,
rent free in our head because y'all keep interjecting yourself into it because we really don't see you. However, as soon as we lose a game, well, y'all come out of everywhere.
Well, just get used to it this year because y'all probably gonna lose about 3 more times. So
we are. But here's the thing: y'all gonna fire your coach.
I mean, that's if that's what you want to see happen. It's okay. You know what I mean? You know, but it's if that's what you want to see, but
come to Bama.
It's gonna be a rough year for them folks in Tuscaloosa. It's gonna be a rough.
Because I'm glad you didn't text me, boy. I would have blocked your number that day.
Coach, what you want to get off your chest?
To all you people out there in TV land who talk about Pittsburgh is going to lose 8 games or more this year, stay tuned. Stay tuned, because I want to find all y'all. I'm going to find all y'all. You raise your hand. Here you go. When you trying to hide it this time? You ain't even trying to hide it this time. I'll slice both of y'all up. It's gonna be even squares too. I'm gonna cut y'all evenly. Slice.
If you leaning on the 40-year-old man, it's over with.
Oh my goodness!
All right, Ace, so what you got?
So I'm gonna kind of go with Coach and D. Will, but I'm gonna choose a different fan base. Cowboy fans, it's okay. Y'all been letting Grandpa drive the bus for so long, and he finally about to. Y'all finally realize he about to go over that curve, and now y'all scared. And so, the funny thing is, they might play well tomorrow night against Philadelphia. It might play well. I think they might.
The Super Bowl winning team never plays good. That
plays well, yeah. So they gonna get high off. So, Lord forbid they win tomorrow night.
Oh God!
Lord forbid they win tomorrow night. They gonna be out there looking like Michael Irvin was Saturday. And so I want to talk to the fan base, to the Cowboys fan base. Y'all just to stay melancholy this year. Don't get too high, don't get too low, and you all will be okay. But
that's
I don't
like
think
that's like talking to a Bama fan telling us to be melancholy.
I think they go drink the juice. They go drink it either way. Either way it go, they go drink the juice. So I'm with Coach. As far as NFL fan bases go, to Cowboy fans, try to help them out a little bit.
I feel you on that. All right, the next question. I hope y'all played y'all ticket tonight. If you win the $1 billion ticket tonight, what's the first thing you would buy? Not what's the first thing you would pay off. What's the first thing you would actually buy?
Well, I didn't play because I live in freaking Alabama, and we so damn slow that they want us to be broke. So I'm unable to win the $1 billion. But if I were to win the $1 billion, the first thing that I would purchase, like my first big purchase, hey, listen, I'm a ninja for sure. Y'all already know I'm a ninja, so I'm gonna do some ninja stuff. Okay. I'm going to buy a car. Like I'm just saying, the first thing I buy when I get some money, if I hit the billion, I'm going to buy a car, and it's probably gonna be something of the Bentley fashion. I'm going to get something like that.
Carletta is in she's in Mobile. She's in Montgomery. She played
online.
No.
See, Carletta, you in Montgomery? You should have called me, man, when you went to the line. I would have sent you with $2.
Yeah.
I would have sent you with $2.
Yeah, I think she played with a church group though, so you probably had to say a prayer before you send that money in.
Oh yeah, and then I would have had to split it with somebody, and then I went in.
Yeah, you had to split it.
See, because my second thing I'm purchasing is some Good Reggie. So I'm just gonna tell you. So they don't. I don't want to win with them because they don't want to know what I'm buying.
All right, Coach. What you got? What you got, Coach? What's the first thing you buying, Coach?
Whatever my mama want.
All right, fair.
Yeah,
that's black. Hey, that's some ninja stuff too.
After that, I'm gonna cut all y'all a check. But
my man,
HO, you cut. Your show gonna be big time. D Will and Ace, y'all gonna be covered big time too. And but y'all held y'all hands up high when talking about Pittsburgh. Y'all $15. $8.
Oh, you gonna give $15?
You said we gonna lose $8. God dog, $8.
You know that's like $8 of help, baby.
All right, Ace, so what you got?
I'm gonna buy Aaron Rodgers a real jersey because that 8 do look small on him.
See right there.
And then
don't forget about the tennis neither.
Oh, Dez, I got you covered, baby. I got you covered.
Dez.
Tell me what you want, brother.
Hey, I've been waiting all day to answer this question. I've been waiting all day to answer this question. I'm gonna answer this one. My first purchase would be a Sprinter van for each one of us to do our shows on, where we can go mobile. Ooh. I will podcast it out and trick it out for you. Ooh. And you can do your show on the road. You can travel anywhere you want to go and do your podcast.
That's fire. I need y'all to win.
Yeah.
Big HO, I really need you to win because I need that Sprinter.
Yeah, so listen. First of all, I'm gonna come down there in the Sprinter and we're gonna interview you in Montgomery.
Yeah,
and then I'm gonna leave you the keys to the Sprinter.
Oh man, let's pray on that.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And then DNA Sports, I got you.
Carletta, pray for us, baby. Pray for us.
Yeah, she's a prayer warrior. So DNA Sports, I got a Sprinter for you.
That's a good gift.
Coach,
hey, but me and Coach on our ninja stuff, baby. Coach going backwards. He buying mama something, and I'm going to buy a Bentley. Straight up.
Coach, I don't know how y'all gonna work that out with Rev and what's it called, but you can do the show in the Sprinter van and they can just tune it. They can just come in on the camera.
That's right.
I had you a driver, Coach.
We'll make it work.
You'll make it work. Carletta say, sure thing, D. Will.
Thank you, baby.
All right, my last question for tonight. Name a music documentary that you really want to see.
Ooh. Can I go recent?
Whatever you want to do.
And I'm gonna be honest, this is recency bias. This by far is not what I would choose other than for this entertainment purposes. But bro, y'all gotta admit, this Young Thug saga is entertaining as hell. Like, to see all the stuff that's coming out when he was in jail and all the people he was talking about, all the stuff that he was talking about, bro, that should be turned into a documentary movie, bro. Because like that whole Rico case is like one of the most entertaining and sad things that we have seen in hip hop history. It's plenty of other documentaries that I would rather see from some artists that I loved and followed, but from an entertainment purpose only, bro, this Young Thug thing I'm addicted and I ain't even watch it.
I'm not sure you heard the question. Name a music documentary that you really want to see.
Oh, so I'm coming on the lat. You know what? I'm gonna go with D. Will because I followed the case, but I ain't followed the case. You know what I mean? Right. And so I probably would, because I normally don't really watch documentaries that I kind of live through. Like be honest with you, I'm not gonna watch. I haven't watched the Big movie or the Pac documentary, or whatever. I lived through it. I understood what was going on. You know what I mean? So but to D. Will, this Young Thug thing, I have no idea. And just from what I've seen, when WSB TV would get into the courtroom and you see some of the crazy stuff that was going on, the lawyers and all the stuff they had going on, somebody needs to grab this and do a real turn it into if not a documentary, they need to do a series, a sitcom series, paid in full type like movie on it.
Because wasn't Fanny like sleeping with one of the defendants or something? Like
one of the lawyers.
That's a good one, Dez. That's a good one, Dez. Dez, that's a good one. Dez said the rap a lot.
Yeah.
The then and now rap a lot. Yeah.
That's a good
Coach,
one.
Waiting on you, Coach.
Long as I ain't got Woody in mind, I'm all right. I'll be good. If I can't, because Woody gonna change the whole narrative. I ain't messing with him.
He's so funny.
Let's see.
Coach finna say Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah, you couldn't beat it if you tried. Elements Release, baby. There you go. Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Earth, Wind, and Fire all day long.
That it is right there. Earth, Wind, and Fire. After the love is gone. That's right.
Look at Coach. He already got it. Mine coming out next year, 2026. 8 Ball MJG coming out documentary.
Oh, they got a documentary coming out?
Yeah, called Coming Out Hard.
Oh, that's gonna be a good one. Really? I'll watch that one for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah.
But I like Asa's mentality. I don't watch, and I never thought about it like that, but I guess I don't either. I don't watch documentaries that I lived through because I know the story. Because like the Outcast and the Dungeon Family, I still ain't seen that one.
Yeah. Let me see what Dad say. Dad say he went to the Big Easy Saturday, I guess. Yes, sir.
I need some of that in my life.
Yeah. Come on up here. We got you. Come on up here.
I gotta get today, man. I ain't been up there in a minute. I gotta get up there.
Yeah. Crab claws. You turn me on. You turn me out in them crab claws, and I get two servers every time I go now.
Whew. And I'm gonna tell you one of the reasons, H.O., I gotta come. I gotta see my guy Slick Money, man. I ain't seen my boy in a minute. I gotta come see my guy Slick Money.
Yeah, man. I just had word his father passed last night, so I'm gonna call him after the show.
Oh, I'm gonna text him tonight myself. Thank you for telling me.
Yeah. So reach out to my man and get him going. That's my guy right there. Yeah,
I miss Slick Money. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, man. Slick, good guy for sure. All right, man. Well, look, that's gonna look like you do it. We went over 30 minutes and everything, so that's what you do.
I was back in the house, man. I had to take y'all into the deep waters tonight, man. I ain't been here in a minute.
It was a good old thing, man. It was good to see everybody, man. Asa and Kobe holding it down, and I'm still over here doing my thing. So yeah, man, I so appreciate it. But once that $1 billion come in, man, listen.
Yeah, baby.
I want to surprise you, but I guess I still can surprise you because you ain't gonna know until I pull up on you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So
pull up on
that's gonna be the goal. That's gonna be the goal. So yes, and you can do all your interviews in the Sprinter van.
Yeah, that's dope.
Can you imagine pulling up at the basketball invitation in the Sprinter van and hear everybody coming out and doing the interviews in the van?
Bro, like I got 15 games that I'm doing eyeball radio games of the week this week. Well, if I was pulling up in a Sprinter van for them 15 games, oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, be on the lookout. Let's go ahead and start putting that into work, man. Let's go ahead and start manifesting that.
Manifest.
Yeah, let's go ahead and manifest that, cause yeah, man, we'll be riding around. And listen, when we do special interviews, everybody goes.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna ride up. We're gonna ride up to Ohio. We're gonna ride up to Ohio and interview Jimmy Jackson.
I'll take that.
Everybody go. Yes, sir. So we're gonna do it all. All right, man. With that being said, I'm gonna shout out everybody who tuned in, all the new listeners, all the tenants, D. Will, Hancock, appreciate it, Coach, Asa, man. Y'all did a great job tonight, man. I appreciate y'all, and it's been good and it's great. Shout out to Slick Money, man. Prayers for Slick Money, man. His father passed last night, and I'm calling him up and wishing some love and see if he need any little brother love. So that's all I got. All right, D. Will, what you got?
Hey man, I just want to shout out y'all, man, for like I say, man, perseverance, staying at it, man. Continuing to push this SRT thing to the fullest. Salute to you all for that. Shout out to all the tenants out there, man. Appreciate y'all for staying locked in. Appreciate the support that SRT has given me over these last 19 months that I've been going through what I've been going through, man. I appreciate y'all. And like I say, man, this is something that is great. It gave me my start, so I'm more than grateful for this platform right here, man. So shout out to you, Big H.O., and shout out to you, Coach and Asa, for continuing, man. Shout out to y'all.
For sure. All right, Coach, what you got?
Shout out to everybody on this panel. I mean, if I call your name, hey, that means you worth something. It's always fun to interact, and this is one of the best shows we had so far, with everybody able to get in and enjoy it. Shout out to my boys Red and Rev and Armani on the Red and Rev Sports Show. We are in a new time because of the football season from 10:30 until we moved it up 30 minutes because the games are at 12 o'clock, some of them, so we got to get them in, get our thing in before we start. And shout out to my best friend in the entire world, bar none, the Shake.
There it is. All right, Coach. All right, Ace, what you got, bro?
Hey, man, always, every time, the SRT family, man, appreciate it. Have a good time when I come on. You, H.O., Coach, D. Will, good to see you.
Yes, sir.
I know I'm living rent free in your head. Hancock, always, always a good time. And then one time to my better half, Dawn, the D and DNA. We on every Monday, 7 to 9. Wasn't on this past Monday due to the holidays, but just go to DNA Sports Talk on all social media, and you'll find the links to check us out or see past shows. But always a good time when I'm on Wednesday on SRT Wednesday.
D. Will, you see the message in the chat, no?
Yeah, she must be new because I've been here since the beginning.
Yeah, well, she said from listener to the SRT crew member.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, she remember you from the beginning.
That's what's up, man. Shout out. Salute.
Yeah, man, that's love right there, man. Yes, sir, man. With that, everybody make sure y'all get y'all taglines and when y'all go come on, because I don't know if I heard it. D. Will, let them know when you're on tomorrow.
Man, y'all already know, man. Y'all can catch me every Monday and Thursday, man. Eyeball Radio, little IBALL radio.com. Across all social medias, we on every Monday and Thursday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, talking all things high school and college basketball, man. So tap in, man. It's man, we over 500,000 views a month, man. So we've grown, we're continuing to grow, and I would love to get all the SRT tenants to come check your boy out every Monday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
There's in the chat, D. Will.
Hey, that's what's up. I need another one then.
Yeah, we got you over here. We still got the bag. All right, Coach. Give me your time and slot. Saturday, what time? You said 10:30 to what?
Until we get tired. 10:30. Until we get tired. We're talking all day. It's NFL week. And if y'all tune in this week, there'll be a special rap, an NFL rap done by yours truly. Stay tuned. That's all I got to say.
Oh, bars.
Okay, ball. Okay, all right.
All right, Ace. So give me your showtime.
Hey, Monday, 7 to 9 p.m. Just go to DNA Sports Talk on all social media, and you'll be able to find a link.
All right, man. With that being said,
say what?
Tell your partner to smile sometime. It's okay.
he probably be smiling now because he's an Auburn fan too. So we happy over there. Whenever
bring me on the show so I can talk some trash. I want to come talk some trash.
Man. And then his Bears might have a good season too. So he should be in good. He should be in good spirits next week.
Hey, sir, when college basketball season starts, y'all gotta have me on for y'all Auburn fans, cause I want to talk about Tahad Pettiford.
Okay.
Overrated.
All right, we'll bring you on. You know, y'all didn't make it too far this past year, but we'll bring you on.
He had to sneak it in.
Man. All right, man. With that being said, man, this is your main man, H.O. from Bankhead. R.I.P. Moms and Pops. R.I.P. BC. For D-Will, Coach, Ace, and my main man, Hancock. It's the SRT, man. We will holler at y'all. We'll see y'all next week. We out. Peace.
Peace.